3, 2, 1.
Two-time Hall of Fame inductees, Brent Godarzi and Marty Young. Back-to-back #1 trucking firm in the nation. Back-to-back best attorney and best law firm in East Texas.
It's fully loaded, great gas mileage, 30,000-mile warranty.
I like it. What else do you have?
Here's one. It's fully loaded, great gas mileage, 30,000-mile warranty.
Looks like the same car.
Exactly the same. But this one's $120 less per month.
What's the catch?
No catch if you use Credit Union of Texas. Let me show you.
With the Credit Union of Texas Flex Auto Loan, you get the car of your dreams. Lower payments, no hassle. Get started now at cutx.org.
Crowley Funeral Home has been serving families in Gilmer since 1883. Funeral director and Gilmer High School graduate Troy Murray leads the professional staff at Crowley Funeral Home and is committed to providing dignified, respectful, and compassionate assistance to every family in their time of need. Crowley Funeral Home feels strongly about maintaining high standards of excellent service while still keeping prices affordable. At Crowley Funeral Home, we treat your family as our own.
There's something special about a local hometown bank. The pace is a little slower, the smile's a little brighter, and the relationship is, well, personal. Visit us in Gilmer or our new bank in Longview on the corner of 1844 and Judson Road. For over 120 years, Gilmer National Bank has been building relationships, one customer at a time. Come see us for all your personal, commercial, and agricultural needs, because we want to hear you say,
Gilmer National Bank. That's my bank.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
At Farmers Insurance, we've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything, even a rock and wreck. Yeah! He rocked and rolled right into it, but we covered it. At Farmers, we know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Jeff Traylor Stadium and the opening game of the 2023 season. I'm Todd Robinson, joined tonight by the voice of the Buckeyes, Mr. Jeff Rash. And Jeff, we have got the game of the week to kick things off. We do not wait to get it cranked up. Here in the dog days of summer, the Buckeyes are squaring off against probably one of the top 2 to 3 teams in the state. Number 13, Jeremiah Noble, and number 11, Caden Tennyson at the quarterback position that are all juniors. They've really had to step up the last 2 weeks against outstanding competition, probably as good as they're going to see into December, into the playoffs, and managed to win last week. Now they're getting Eric back.
Handoff to Henderson, left side, got some room in the end zone. 2 plays, and the Buckeyes score. Well, you got to right now be thinking that the guys in white are rolling their eyes and saying, oh my gosh, deja vu, here we go. Up the middle, got a gas, touchdown. Touchdown, Buckeyes. They answer back, Jeff. How about that?
Why you still trying, I'm still shining, it's real blinding. And I'm getting out of tune, talking top 2, I'm not a 2. You let the pressure bother you, and I do what I gotta do, let's go home.
Handoff, right side. Look at this big gap, and he's going to score. On touch, Will Henderson. Finding gaps, finding seams. Buckeyes doing a great job of blocking downfield. And that was dropping back inside to number 3 to Eric Tate. Down to the 5, first and goal from the 5.
The coldest of teams, they know I'm great on tries. They know in between, we go for these dreams in silence. Hard work, don't mistake it for magic. We've been shooting in the gym, this is target and practice, yeah. And I'm just getting started, getting feet wet. It's all in repetition, ain't a secret. All facts, all black dress code. Pay me my respect.
That was a keeper, and they just slammed him with the turf. The right side gets a good block. Headed to the end zone, scores. Dropping back, launching one. Wide open, touchdown.
That's number 13, Jeremiah Noble.
Perfectly thrown ball.
Yeah, if he throws that fast to Eric,
they're going to dump it to Henderson out of the backfield. Everybody picks up their blocks. And over the middle. And no flags.
Touchdown
Buckeyes. And now it's a tie game again. But here's the situation. We talked about this earlier. You got 6 minutes and 20 seconds left. And he launches one downfield wide open.
That's to Eric Tate.
And to Eric Tate wisely, he cuts upfield and finds his 5 yards plus battles his way all the way down to the 1.
He is a stud.
That's a great run right there.
All the Buckeyes can do with that kind of weapons on offense, and it comes down to this. Well-executed drive, let's say that.
This is for the win with 0 seconds left, or we go to overtime. Even closer.
25 yards, not 30. Kick is up. And it's good again. Buckeyes win.
0 seconds on the clock. Buckeyes take the win. And Mom, I'm sorry you weren't here to see it. All of you Buckeye fans that leave, never, ever leave a Buckeye game, even if they're down. This was the best comeback I have seen in years. What a game. What a game.
When tragedy strikes, you don't want to be in a position where you're second guessing your lawyer's ability or the resolve to get you fairly compensated. When you hire Godarzi & Young, you know you're hiring a law firm that has nationally ranked settlements and verdicts. We have over 2 decades of experience holding 18-wheeler companies accountable for their negligent action. Don't make the mistake of hiring anybody else. Hire the best. Hire Godarzi & Young.
Do you enjoy watching your favorite TV programs on your smartphone or tablet? Or maybe you'd rather watch them on your Roku or Amazon Fire TV. Tired of having to change your TV input from your old traditional cable to watch your favorite streaming apps? If so, we have great news for you. eTex is making the move to streaming and has launched a new app. eTex TV allows you to watch over 130 channels in full HD on your streaming or mobile devices. This means you can simply download the eTex TV app, subscribe, and start watching. With all your favorite functions like DVR and Pause Live TV, and new features like Restart TV. To learn more, visit www.etex.net or contact a customer service rep at 903-797-HELP. That's 903-797-4357.
Texas Heritage National Bank would like to invite the Buckeye Nation to visit our new full-service bank in Gilmer. We are conveniently located on Highway 271 and Redbud Street with a brand new facility ready to serve our friends and neighbors. We offer competitive rates on all of our deposit products, as well as some great options for business financing to help your business grow from 5 employees to 500 employees. Texas Heritage National Bank would also like to take this time to thank all of the teachers, administration, and school board for investing in the future of our kiddos. We would also like to wish all of the student athletes a wonderful and safe year. Come see us soon.
It's gonna be alright. How can you tell? I feel it in my heart. It's gonna be okay.
Juicy's Burgers, serving you for over 40 years.
At First National Bank, together we're better. We're a regional bank, big enough for all of East Texas, that cares and is invested in the people and communities we serve, with the strength and services to meet the needs of every customer, big or small. From business financing for big companies and small mom and pops to our family of personal banking customers. First National Bank of East Texas. Together, we're better. And we think that's kind of a big deal.
Please join Jeff Rash and Alan Metzel each Monday morning for the Gilmer Buckeyes Coaches Show. Every week, Jeff and Alan discuss elements of the program, speak with special guests, give player updates, review key plays from the prior week, and give insights on the opponent for the current week. As a fan, this is your chance to go into the locker room and behind the scenes. To view the Coaches Show, go to GilmerBuckeyes.com and click on the Coaches Show button. Go Buckeyes!
Two-time Hall of Fame inductees, Brent Godarzi and Marty Young. Back-to-back #1 trucking firm in the nation. Back-to-back best attorney and best law firm in East Texas.
It's fully loaded, great gas mileage, 30,000-mile warranty.
I like it. What else do you have?
Here's one. It's fully loaded, great gas mileage, 30,000-mile warranty.
Looks like the same car.
Exactly the same. But this one's $120 less per month.
What's the catch?
No catch if you use Credit Union of Texas. Let me show you.
With the Credit Union of Texas Flex Auto Loan, you get the car of your dreams, lower payments, no hassle. Get started now at cutx.org.
Crowley Funeral Home has been serving families in Gilmer since 1883. Funeral director and Gilmer High School graduate Troy Murray leads the professional staff at Crowley Funeral Home and is committed to providing dignified, respectful, and compassionate assistance to every family in their time of need. Crowley Funeral Home feels strongly about maintaining high standards of excellent service while still keeping prices affordable. At Crowley Funeral Home, we treat your family as our own.
There's something special about a local hometown bank. The pace is a little slower, the smile's a little brighter, and the relationship is, well, personal. Visit us in Gilmer or our new bank in Longview on the corner of 1844 and Judson Road. For over 120 years, Gilmer National Bank has been building relationships, one customer at a time. Come see us for all your personal, commercial, and agricultural needs, because we want to hear you say,
Gilmer National Bank. That's my bank.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
At Farmers Insurance, we've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything, even a rock and wreck. Yeah! He rocked and rolled right into it. But we covered it. At Farmers, we know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Jeff Traylor Stadium and the opening game of the 2023 season. I'm Todd Robinson, joined tonight by the voice of the Buckeyes, Mr. Jeff Rash. And Jeff, we have got the game of the week to kick things off. We do not wait to get it cranked up. Here in the dog days of summer, the Buckeyes are squaring off against probably one of the top 2 to 3 teams in the state. Number 13, Jeremiah Noble, and number 11, Caden Tennyson at the quarterback position that are all juniors. They've really had to step up the last 2 weeks against outstanding competition, probably as good as they're going to see into December, into the playoffs, and managed to win last week. Now they're getting to Eric back.
Handoff to Henderson, left side, got some room in the end zone. 2 plays, and the Buckeyes score. Well, you got to right now be thinking that the guys in white are rolling their eyes and saying, oh my God, here we go, up the middle. Got a gas, touchdown. Touchdown, Buckeyes. They answer back. How about that?
While you still trying, I'm still shining, it's real blinding. And I'm getting out of tune, talking top 2, I'm not a 2. You let the pressure bother you, and I do what I gotta do. Let's go home.
Handoff, right side. Look at this big gap, and he's going to score. Untouched, Will Henderson. Finding gaps, finding seams. Buckeyes doing a great job of blocking downfield. And now we can dropping back inside to number 3 to Eric Tate. Down to the 5, first and goal from the 5.
The coldest of teams, they know we great on tries. They know in between, we go for these dreams in silence. Hard work, don't mistake it for magic. We been shooting in the gym. This is target in practice, yeah. And I'm just getting started, getting my feet wet. It's all in repetition, ain't a secret. All facts, all black dress code. Pay me my respect.
Well, that was a keeper, and they just slammed him to the turf.
The right side gets a good block. Headed to the end zone, score. Dropping back, launching one. Wide open, touchdown.
That's number 13, Jeremiah Noble.
Perfectly thrown ball.
Yeah, if he throws that pass to Eric,
they're going to dump it to Henderson. Out of the backfield, everybody picks up their blocks.
And over the middle.
And no flags.
Touchdown
Buckeyes. And now it's a tie game again. But here's the situation. We talked about this earlier. You got 6 minutes and 20 seconds left. And he launches one downfield wide open.
That's to Eric Tate.
And to Eric Tate wisely, he cuts upfield and finds his 5 yards plus. Battles his way all the way down to the 1.
He is a stud.
That's a great run right there.
Only the Buckeyes can do with that kind of weapons on offense, and it comes down to this: well-executed drive. Right. Let's say that.
This is for the win with 0 seconds left, or we go to overtime. Even closer.
25 yards, not 30. Kick is up. And it's good again. Buckeyes win.
0 seconds on the clock. Buckeyes take the win. And Mom, I'm sorry you weren't here to see it. All of you Buckeye fans that leave, never, ever leave a Buckeye game, even if they're down. This was the best comeback I have seen in years. What a game. What a game.
When tragedy strikes, you don't want to be in a position where you're second guessing your lawyer's ability or the resolve to get you fairly compensated. When you hire Godarzi & Young, you know you're hiring a law firm that has nationally ranked settlements and verdicts. We have over 2 decades of experience holding 18-wheeler companies accountable for their negligent action. Don't make the mistake of hiring anybody else. Hire the best. Hire Godarzi & Young.
Do you enjoy watching your favorite TV programs on your smartphone or tablet? Or maybe you'd rather watch them on your Roku or Amazon Fire TV. Tired of having to change your TV input from your old traditional cable to watch your favorite streaming apps? If so, we have great news for you.
eTex is making the move to streaming and has launched a new app. eTex TV allows you to watch over 130 channels in full HD on your streaming or mobile devices. This means you can simply download the eTex TV app, subscribe, and start watching. With all your favorite functions like DVR and Pause Live TV, and new features like Restart TV. To learn more, visit www.etex.net or contact a customer service rep at 903-797-HELP. That's 903-797-4357.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Tyler Independent School District, Earl Campbell Field, Tyler Mother Francis Trinity Rose Stadium.
Where are we?
We're in Tyler, Texas, folks.
I know how it is when your team gets tangled.
We are back in Tyler, where the Buckeyes are 27-1 and they've just really practically owned the place. Squaring off here tonight in the area championship game against the Sunnyvale Raiders. Sunnyvale comes into tonight as the district champion from District 5. They are 8-2 with losses coming only to Terrell, which is punching above their weight class, and Kaufman, which are both bigger schools. Both of those tight games. The Sunnyvale Raiders like to throw it around. They're all in blue tonight with the white helmets. They have an interesting player, Adrian Peterson's half-brother. Nelson Peterson is a sophomore, and he is an absolute stud. We'll be able to see him, talk about him for all the Buckeye fans out there that know AD was a teammate of Manuel Johnson and Justin Johnson and Lamar Harris and all those Oklahoma Sooners that Buckeyes that migrated north across the border to play for Bob Stoops. So some old family member relationships there. And this is AD's little half-brother. So we are excited tonight to watch him play. They play two quarterbacks. They will alternate them out, and they are basically statistically the same guy. They are very balanced in terms of their run and pass, but they are not afraid to throw the ball around the field. That is something that they do all the time. And for these Buckeyes, obviously, tonight is going to be a really interesting watch as Will Henderson is only 351 yards away in 10 games from breaking Justin Johnson's single-season rushing record. So we'll see what kind of start he gets off tonight. Most likely he'll be in second place. Also, he's within one touchdown, Jeff, of being the all-time season record holder for touchdowns in a season. So we expect him to get that record tonight. So Will very quickly in the single-season category, climbing up and kind of setting some new benchmarks. Obviously, starting to get a whole lot of attention. When you have one of those games where you rush for 250 yards and 5 touchdowns basically in two and a half quarters, you can start getting some of that attention. As the Buckeyes come onto the field tonight, and we are excited about what we're going to see. We're the visiting team tonight, all in white. And obviously, Mr. Jeremiah Noble back onto the field tonight with his brothers. That is so good to see. We are still sporting the shirts in terms of supporting him and his family. And obviously, please go to Denny Pilcher's Facebook site and order your shirt to support Jeremiah and his family. And we are glad that this week was better than last week. So, Jeff, let's talk a little bit about tonight's game. What are you the most excited to see here against these Sunnyvale Raiders as they come on the field?
Well, I'd be really excited to know that we could have a game like last week. That was an absolute clinic last week that the Buckeyes put on, Todd. And we came into a team, and I think they must have pulled up the JV and the freshman group with the Sunnyvale group. There's about 140 kids come in on the Sunnyvale side down here. But I was really pleasantly surprised to see the Buckeyes peaking last week as they came out against a very strong opponent and made them look average. Made them look average, and they're not average. I'm telling you, that's a good football team that they beat last week, and they beat them well. And so the Buckeyes are peaking. I was really happy with the defensive performance last week, especially. I thought we played well. I like how they are using the talent of these two of the teams. They're moving some guys around. They're going some starting both ways. I like the looks. I like the changes that they're making on defense, the adjustments that they're making. And so the Buckeye defense is going to be critical as each game that goes by in the playoffs. That defense is going to be more and more critical. The offense is pretty deadly, so we're going to have that defense, obviously is as effective as the offense is. So I'm looking forward to a good game tonight. playing a pretty good team tonight, so it'll be interesting to see how that turns out. We're getting ready for the national anthem, so we'll go there and be right back after the national anthem. And that is our national anthem, played by the Gilmer High School Band under the direction of Mr. Eric Gray and Brandon Garman. So we are looking forward to a good football game tonight. This is the second round of the playoffs, and each game will get more and more interesting as we move along. And so Sunnyvale comes in here tonight very optimistic with a record of 9-2. And like you said, Todd, they've played a couple of teams that just were a little above the weight class and got beat. And I would say that tonight, as good a football team as they are outmatched, and I expect the Buckeyes to have a commanding lead early on.
I think you're right, Jeff, and I think you touched on it all comes down to the defensive side of the ball, where Coach Tommy Edwards really come a long way since that first game against Chapel Hill. So many youngsters, so many guys that are going to different positions. Been able to move Aaron Bell back to his natural position at linebacker the last couple of weeks, which has been huge for the Buckeyes, especially when you got to try to tackle the quarterback. So just using him as a spy. And what we've done on the back end is basically go to a man-to-man concept. And we played straight man last week, which was so interesting. We played a little soft and dared people to kind of throw underneath us. But we pretty much took the quarterback and the number one receiver out of the game. And you saw the Buckeyes just run away from an unbelievably talented center Rough Rider team. As we see now, Sunnyvale wins the toss and defers. The Buckeyes are going to have the ball first, and that's a pretty bold move there by the Sunnyvale coaching staff.
I don't know how much film they've watched. I don't know that I would have done that. That's not the best strategy. Last week, the opposing team took the kickoff, and the Buckeyes got it right back and marched down the field and never gave up the lead from there on out. So. To give the Buckeye offense the ball first is an interesting decision. We'll see if it pays off for Sunnyvale or not tonight, as we are ready to kick off this game, round 2 of the Division II 4A playoffs, Gilmer versus Sunnyvale. So this ought to be good. Any game, we always talk about Friday night games, but I'll take one on a Thursday.
Yeah, this really works out well for the Buckeyes, especially if they can win in advance tonight going into the Van game. You get an extra day of rest. And you get to watch Van play probably tomorrow night and scout those guys. Of course, Van is from that same district as Center and actually finished before Center, and we saw how athletic they are. A lot of people kind of raised their eyebrows, and Van went and lost to Bullard at Bullard, which was kind of a head-scratcher for everybody.
That's why they play the game.
That's why they play him. Anybody can beat anybody on a given night. As the Buckeyes get back deep, you've got number 3, the ever-dangerous to Eric Tate, standing at his 15-yard line. And then you've got number 13, Jeremiah Noble. The G-Man is back in action tonight. Got to practice all week, and we are so glad to see him back. This is something, Jeff, you'll see from Sunnyvale. They do that little mock kickoff almost every time. And then they get a signal from the sideline, and they go back and kick it again.
Well, you can see the Buckeyes are lined up ready for it, and they've seen it too.
And, of course, number 7, the ever-dangerous Brendan Webb, who is back deep. Let's see if they're dumb enough to kick it to Eric Tate.
Yeah, they're going to spread out there and kick it high, and we are going to get a return on this from the 7-yard line. And to Eric, the field is a little slick down there. There's a mist in the air, and the field's got it's a little slippery, so you don't see the sure-footed Tate slide down very often, but he got hit by the turf monster there.
Yeah, he was at about his 8-yard line, Jeff. He put his foot in the ground to get that first push off and literally left a divot on the turf field. Buckeyes set up shop on offense, 1st and 10 from their own 11. 89 yards to go. Let's see how long it takes.
All right, one back in the backfield from the shotgun. Here's the snap. Handoff up the middle. Lowers his head. Sunnyvale saw that last week and said, we're going to try to stop that tonight. Gain of about 3 yards on the carry brings up 2nd and 7. Henderson was on the carry.
Nice positive play. Of course, it's a lot easier when you're following big number 0, Aaron Bell. He is in at fullback. And Jeff, more and more time on offense, lining up at tight end now. 2nd and 7, right where the Buckeyes want to be.
All right, motion. Dropping back, wanting to pass. Plenty of time, launches a rocket downfield. And look at that catch by Brandon Webb. Right in the middle of triple coverage. And that ball is thrown 45 yards in the air. And that is going to be down across midfield now at the 42-yard line. What a big play, Todd.
Yeah, huge. And into Sunnyvale territory. But Caden literally kind of put that one with a rainbow. And luckily, Brennan just went and got it. Look at this formation now, Jeff.
All right, here's the snap. Empty backfield. And it was intended to be a little quick. And, I mean, that would have been some yards right there. Yeah, that was a big gap there. Just overthrown, intended for Henderson.
Yeah, Caden just mechanically, he's got to get some things cleaned up. He's played so well, but trying to get it out there quick doesn't set his feet, and one sailed on him. It brings up 2nd and 10, probably 4-down territory for the Buckeyes already, but you want to get positive yards on 1st down.
Okay, empty backfield. Look at this. Keeper right up the middle. Quarterback draw. They had trip receivers to the left side, and then Will Henderson forced one of the linebackers to follow him in motion to the left side, and then they're just going to rely on the good running skills of our quarterback, Caden Tennyson. I like that play.
Yeah, you see it right after that split out. It was a decoy play to Will. It went over his head, but it was enough to make the defense shift.
Absolutely. That was a great play. They're bringing, looks like a 5-man rush. Quick pass, wide open in the flat, complete to Tarek Tate for looks like close to a 1st down.
Yeah, They'll move the chains. That is just the easy pitch and catch. Of course, you've got to give number 3 all the room that you need out there. They're playing man-to-man on the outside with number 6. And let's just to say that he's not the athlete Tarek Tate is.
Henderson back behind the quarterback, goes around the left side, and great job there by the linebacker. Coming up, making a hit, number 23 meets Henderson right at the line of scrimmage. That'll be no gain for the Buckeyes, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, that's just the old stretch play, trying to get him wide to the field side, and you had just multiple blue jerseys flowing in that direction. Well played by Sunnyvale.
All right, now they're back to the normal set. Here's the snap. Drops back, rolls to his right, decides to tuck it.
What a move.
Cuts up field and gets about 5-6 good yards out of that. Nice carry there by Caden Tennyson.
Yeah, 4-down territory here for the Buckeyes now inside the red zone, but you do not want to use 4th down here. You want to basically convert here on 3rd down. 3rd and 6, the Buckeyes need to get down to the, let's say, the 13-yard line for a 1st down. And the first 3rd down conversion opportunity for the Buckeyes here tonight. They started this drive, remember, Jeff, on their own 11-yard line inside the red zone now.
This will be Henderson. Handoff, cuts to the right side, throws a good stiff arm, cuts upfield, gets the 1st down.
Yeah, you can see your guy's legs going out from under him. It's slick down there. It really is. And that's probably advantage Sunnyvale, as the Buckeyes, obviously with more quickness and speed than Sunnyvale has to offer. But nevertheless, Will bounces that outside, picks up a big 1st down and 10 from the 13.
All right, Will once again on the carry to the left. Nice defensive play there. Number 22 breaks across the line of scrimmage, gets a hold of Will before he can get his legs going. That's going to be basically no gain, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, you notice that Sunnyvale will slant to the field side or the wide side of the field and go to the strength. And I think that's kind of a setup, too, there by Coach Metzel.
All right, here's the snap. Fakes the
There's
handoff.
The setup. There's
Got
the
a reverse around the left side. They do a good job of staying home. And Webb goes out of bounds after a short gain, maybe 4 yards on the carry. They did a good job staying home. Very disciplined play there. That's not a play the Buckeyes have run often.
Yeah, now watch this, Jeff, because you got number 3 to Eric Tate split to the wide side. Number 13, Jeremiah Noble to the near side.
Yeah, they'll go to the air here.
Yeah, right here. Watch this play and watch out for number 3.
All right, so they are shifting Henderson to the left side. And they're going to call a timeout there by Coach Sunnyvale. That was a smart timeout.
That's a smart timeout. We'll take a quick break. 0-0 Buckeyes driving here early in the first quarter. We'll be right back.
Timeout.
All right. Remember,
Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Two-time Hall of Fame and
Back to the action here as the Buckeyes knocking on the door. 3rd down and 7 from the 10. They need the 3 for the first down, but they would like to just have a touchdown as the Buckeyes come out in that very versatile set, 3 men to the wide side, and Henderson still in the backfield. Watch number 13 to the short side, Jeremiah Noble, and number 3 to the top of your screen.
All right, here's the snap. Drops back, looking to pass, and they go into, nope, dropped. Had 2 receivers right there in the same spot, and that pass was intended to look like, I can't tell who they were.
That was a tight end there.
Who is that? They're trying to throw to. I can't see the number down there. Oh, that was 17. That was Grayson Bates.
Bates.
Yeah.
So the Buckeyes going to try a field goal here, as that was a play you have not seen with Bates coming out of the backfield. But Jeremiah Noble ran to the same spot, so something went wrong there in that route, because no 2 receivers should be in the same spot in the end zone, attracting all kinds of attention. Pate in for the field goal. It is up, and it is good. And the Buckeyes go 91 yards for a field goal to start this opening drive. 8:14 left in the first quarter. Buckeyes draw first blood, but not a touchdown as they would like. So let's see if the strategy pays off for Sunnyvale. That will come onto the field, Jeff, and they will sling it around the yard. We'll be right back after these messages.
inductees, Brent Godarzi and Marty Young. Back-to-back #1 trucking firm in the nation. Back-to-back best attorney and best law firm in East Texas.
All right, folks, we are back. Tyler SD's Rose Stadium in Earl Campbell Field. Don't want to leave that out.
One time, Jeff, tonight I'm going to get it right because I can read it on the sign down there.
We're going to sound like we had a stroke all night tonight because it's just too much stuff.
It's
too
too
much
many
going
words
on over here.
That's right.
Tyler ISD Rose Stadium, Earl Campbell Field. That's what it is.
And don't forget Trinity Mother
Francis.
Exactly.
I don't know.
So they got the sponsorship deal. We will be able to go back to the scoreboard and tonight show you some interesting views, folks, including replays as the Buckeyes go 90 yards, 4 first downs. And Pate tops it off with a field goal. Buckeyes lead 3-0 to start this contest. And we'll kick it off to the Sunnyvale Raiders for the first time tonight. We'll see the black flag with 8:14 left to play in the first quarter.
All right, here's Pate set to kick off. He's about 3 yards back. High pooch kick going to be fielded on the 15-yard line. And they are blowing the whistle. I don't know if maybe did he signal fair catch?
He had to, I think, because fair catch is going to come out to the 25-yard line.
Yeah, evidently they thought he waved an arm, or he did wave an arm, or maybe it was inadvertent. Either way,
I think he was reaching up to catch the ball, honestly, Jeff. Because
he may have been trying to block a light or something, you know.
Sunnyvale fans not happy about that.
Yeah, Sunnyvale not pleased.
But to tell you the honest truth, it's probably a good move because they're going to start at the 25-yard line. But let's see where they're spotting this ball, Jeff. Yeah, fair catch means to start at the 25. That's correct.
Okay. Sunnyvale not happy. Lots of boos out there. I don't think I didn't see him call for a fair catch.
So interesting. Let's see what the Buckeyes come out with, and they are straight man, Jeff. This is interesting. The Buckeyes going to dare them to throw, but playing much tighter than they played last week against Center.
4-man rush from the Buckeyes. Dropping back, likes to pass, and don't know what that was. Evidently, that was a miscommunication.
Now, Jeff, I know what that route was, okay? Normally, that's meant to be a go route. That was a no route.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you something. and look they lobbed that ball up in the air, and I want you to look who's covered man-to-man number 2 out there. That is number 1, Henderson.
Yeah, you're not going to run by him.
If they would have lobbed that up and he would have ran that correctly, that would have been an interception right there. So they better put some spin on that ball.
Wow.
And Buckeyes swarm them like a
Mad Hornets.
I'm talking about like a hornet's nest. Buckeyes all over it.
That's going to bring up 3rd and 12. Negative play of 2 yards there. Buckeyes got them right where they want them. Let's see if we play man free with Webb dropping back to a deep safety here. But it looks like they're playing just straight man-to-man all over. I love it, Jeff. I can tell you. I just love it. See if we get pressure.
4-man rush. They look like they're stunting You see number 2 for Gilmer down there sliding.
Yeah, that's Castillo.
He came up to go from the outside, and he is in it. It is just slick. They throwing it up again, and this time thrown out over the head, out of bounds, covered by Bird.
Yeah, the receiver, number 11, went out of bounds. That's where you see the referee throw his hat. That means he would not be eligible, and the Buckeye Black Flag defense gets a 2-yard loss, and they are negative 2 yards to start the game with Sunnyvale. 3 straight incomplete passes, and the Buckeyes are 3 and out, and Brennan Webb stands at his own 45-yard line to return the first punt of the night. So this is not what Sunnyvale wants to do, is to get down early to the Buckeyes. They were very fortunate in that first drive that the Buckeyes only got 3 points. That was kind of a moral victory, but now they're going to give it to the Buckeyes in great field position.
Yeah, standing on his own 45-yard line, low kick, right down the field, great bounce. And Webb does a good job getting away from it. That is going to be fielded on the 22-yard line. So better than we started, 10 yards better than we started earlier. Buckeyes are going to come out once again with an opportunity. And
let's see what adjustments get made, because, Jeff, you did see a couple of wrinkles there from the Buckeyes, the plays that you had not seen, trying to get Will Henderson out into space, which is never a bad idea offensively. But now the Buckeyes 79 yards away, 7:18 left to play in the first quarter, second possession. And let's see what the offense does.
Tight package for the Buckeyes. Everybody in close. Drops back, looking to pass. Got a man. 8 yards on that reception to number 3, Tate.
Nice play. That's a hard throw, Jeff. That's from the hash all the way across the field for an 8-yard gain with that out route. Caden put it right in the right spot, and of course, sure-handed to Eric Tate, goes up and gets it. The dangerous part, if you're Sunnyvale, is that if you're gonna come up and press Tate like that, you better tackle him, because if he gets loose, it is Katie by the door.
Yeah, you got number 7 down here at the bottom of your screen. They're going to hand off to Will up the middle, and Will is fighting, dragging his legs. Maybe picks up a couple of yards on the carry.
Move the chains for a first down. That is between the tackles run. We talk about Will's speed and all that, but I tell you what, that's hard-nosed running there by Will Henderson. Gets up the first down. Buckeyes from their own 33-yard line.
You almost said Will Smith, didn't you?
Nah, I almost.
Yeah. Here's the snap. Fakes the handoff. Quick pass. I love this play. Didn't go anywhere, but I liked it a lot. We got about 2 yards on it. And if we had burned that corner a little better, that would have been big yardage there for the Buckeyes.
Yeah, excellent play by the linebacker, Jeff. He's the middle linebacker. He's the best player on their team. He is about 6 feet tall, about 200 pounds, and he is just a hard-nosed football player. You've seen him make several tackles so far, and he really stood out on film as the best player for Sunnyvale.
They're lining up. Looks like 5-man rush coming hard. Handoff to Henderson up the middle. He does a great job of missing a tackle. Picks up about 3 yards on the carry. Sunnyvale playing line of scrimmage pretty tough down here with the Buckeyes.
Well, 8 guys in the box.
They saw what happened last week, right through the middle.
We better tackle him before
we're not
he gets
giving up
going.
any gaps, which, you know, the Buckeyes will adjust and just go around the edge or just dump the pass over the top.
Yeah.
So they'll make adjustments. Usually takes 2 or 3 series to kind of figure out what the team's strategy is for this particular game. They're showing a 6-man rush, but the edges are going to drop back. We missed a block, and look at this. Tennyson turned nothing into something big across midfield all the way out to the 45-yard line of Sunnyvale. And that was basically, you know, that was a blown play that turned out really good for the Buckeyes.
That is all Caden Tennyson. As he escapes a blitzing linebacker and sees that he's got green grass in front of him, and no hesitation. He puts his head down, gets the first down, and gets about 9 more yards. 1st and 10 Buckeyes from the 45.
There's the snap. Handoff, Henderson, right side, dodging tackles.
See ya.
Up the sideline.
See ya. My goodness. You do not see that very often.
He just got a hand on him, but not before he was able to make it all the way down to the 20-yard line for another Gilmer first down. And Gilmer this time looking for pay dirt.
Inside the red zone now as we've got an injured player. But, Jeff, on that play, you got a guy that's running straight downhill at Will at full speed. Will makes one guy miss, breaks 3 tackles, and he's starting from 0, and we all thought, no way. There's just no way he's going to break that play, as we've seen done so many times. But in his defense, he was starting from a standstill, and the other guy was running full speed, and he barely made the tackle, as Will almost turned that into another highlight touchdown run. 4:50 left here in the first quarter. Buckeyes lead 3-0. 1st and 10 from the 20. We'll be right back.
It's fully loaded, great gas mileage, 30,000-mile warranty.
I like it. What else do you have?
Here's one. It's fully loaded, great gas mileage, 30,000-mile warranty.
Looks like the same car.
Exactly the same. But this one's $120 less per month.
What's the catch?
No catch if you use Credit Union of Texas. Let me show you.
With the Credit Union of Texas Flex Auto Loan, you get the car of your dreams, lower payments, no hassle. Get started now at cutx.org.
Crowley Funeral Home has been serving families.
All right, we're back, folks. The Buckeyes lining up. And look at this heavy stack to the right. Motion. Man, look at this. Dumps it out to number 7, Brendan Webb. And that's the first time we've ever seen that offensive set from the Buckeyes. Did you see that load?
I'm telling you, it's to the short side of the field. Aaron Bell is literally blocking a guy.
Yeah, through the
8
end
yards
zone.
outside.
I saw him.
I mean, it's blindside kind of block if you've seen the movie.
Yeah.
Aaron Bell just teed up the cornerback and literally pushed him out to where the flag core is sitting. It is quite an impression that Bell made. Big 6-yard pickup on first down.
All right, twin receivers to the left, one to the right. From the shotgun, here's Tennyson. Fakes the handoff, dumps a nice little pass out to number 3, Tate. Just enough to get that first down, and now we're first and goal from the 7 for the Buckeyes, and they are knocking on the door.
See, they're playing man-to-man out there on Eric Tate, and he's just giving him all kinds of space, and right now, Buckeyes just taking what the defense is giving them. Big first down and goal now, as you said, Jeff, for the Buckeyes from the right hash.
Here's the snap. Handoff up the middle, getting behind his blockers, bouncing out to the left side, trying to get to the corner. Doesn't quite get there. Probably down to about the 1-yard line. And that's going to be second and goal from the 1. So this next one we anticipate punching it in. And I wonder if they'll let Bell do it or if they're going to reward Will. Nope, Will's coming out.
Yeah, it's going to be the big man package. I think you're going to see Bell.
He does all that work and then send in the big guy.
Watch number 0. Hey, everybody down there saw what kind of blocking he was doing on this drive, and I think he's about to get rewarded right here.
All right, here's the snap. Handoff to Bell, up through the middle. Easy touchdown.
Buckeyes stretch this lead now to 9-0 with 4 minutes left to play in the first quarter. They made that drive look easy, and Jeff, that's the second time that they've driven down the field. Now, I will say this, Jeff. The first drive was that of the night was the first time in 25 straight drives that they have not scored a touchdown, but they scored a field goal, and with the extra point left to come, the Buckeyes will go up 10-0 to start this first quarter. Great start here for the Buckeyes.
All right, Pate in for the extra point attempt. Will Gross in to hold, and looks. Sunnyvale just took another timeout. Why would you take
Scratching
a timeout?
Scratching your head on an extra point.
Why would you take a timeout on an extra point?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They had 12 men on the field. That's why.
Okay, but what's that going to hurt? They're going to move it up. They're going to get the extra point. Why would you waste a timeout on
you're
that?
Probably trading a point for go for 2 because they obviously Aaron Bell just ran it in from 3 yards like it's nothing. You just traded a point for a timeout.
I would keep the timeout.
I probably would as well.
I would just hope they didn't see the 12th man and
take your chances.
Take the chance.
Yeah.
I don't believe I'd waste a timeout. But, hey, to each his own.
Well, Coach Sidner has been there for a long time. He's had incredible success here with Sunnyvale over the last 10 years. They've been a playoff team almost every year. Unfortunately, they keep running into this team from Gilmer, and most of the time it looks just like this. Paid on for the extra point. Kick is up, and it is good.
Right
and the Buckeyes
down
lead
the middle.
10-0 with 4 minutes exactly on the clock. For the first quarter, we'll recognize a few of our great sponsors and come right back after these messages.
Timeout. All right. Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
78 yards, 4 first downs on that 2-minute and 41-second drive for the Buckeyes. They are dominant right now in this first quarter early on. Kicking off for the second time, Mr. Pate 10-0 Buckeyes with 4 minutes left, and Jeff, the Buckeyes couldn't have scripted a better start.
All right, here's Pate. He kicks it to the exact same location, going to be fielded on the 17-yard line by number 3. Finds a little bit of running room up the middle and gets it back out just over the 30-yard line to the 31. Nice return there. Sunnyvale starting off in pretty good field position. Their first possession on offense kind of bleak as they threw the ball up in the air and didn't have much. And I will tell you, that lobbing down the sideline thing, not a good idea with this Buckeye secondary. I'm going to tell you that.
Hey, they're straight man, and they are playing it straight up and saying, I dare you to run right by me. Smith on the tackle, a great special teams play on that opening kickoff, starting right where they want them, right about the 30-yard line.
Here's the snap, dropping back. Heavy pressure, forced out of the pocket. He's got lots of room to run. Picks up the first down +2 as that quarterback scrambles out of there. That is number 1 by the way, for Sunnyvale, as you mentioned. That's Nelson Peterson, who plays quarterback and running back.
Sophomore, that is Adrian's half-brother, and if you're playing man-to-man, you cannot turn your head and run.
Handoff up the middle, and that poor running back, he's not got a lot of size to him, but, buddy, he's got some try, and he got hit with the hornet's nest once again.
Aaron Bell slinging him around like a rag doll. That's a hard-fought 2 yards as he got hit about 9 times, but does manage positive yards, and Nelson picking up their first down of the night with his feet. So more or less a good drive so far for Sunnyvale in that they picked up a first down and they're moving the ball.
Okay, got a blitzing linebacker here. They're throwing it down the sideline once again, and that's the 3rd time that ball's thrown just out of bounds. They're just throwing it over their own receiver, uncatchable. And so the passing game so far, not great for Sunnyvale. They don't mind putting it in the air, but haven't been effective so far. They've thrown 3 or 4 of those out of bounds, just uncatchable by either the offensive player or defensive player. Here comes the snap. They're going to call an audible. They got kind of a top package, top formation. Buckeyes got 1 safety over top. Dropping back, heavy pressure. He's running for his life. To the left side, to the right side. Throws across the field. Nice job there by Peterson to get the ball downfield for another first down. Scrambling for his life, he finds a receiver around the 44-yard line and just nails him.
Yeah, and you'll kind of take that if you're the Buckeyes because he just made a great athletic play and kind of lives up to his genes there as we see. But manages to get into Buckeye territory. 1st and 10, big play for Sunnyvale.
All right, there's the handoff up the middle. Hit pretty hard, dives forward, gains about a yard on the carry. It's going to be 2nd and 9 for Sunnyvale. They are now in Buckeye territory after the effort of Peterson.
So this may be 4-down territory if they pick up another first down, Jeff, but I don't think that they can manage to keep it here. Obviously, the legs of Peterson doing a job here as he's his first series in at quarterback.
Handoff up the middle once again to the running back. He gets another yard, maybe 2, but there is a flag on the play on the far side of the field.
I think that's going to be offsides against the Buckeyes.
Well, where the flag was dropped, that's probably right. So that's going to mark that off against the Buckeyes.
That's a huge play at momentum gainer because, Jeff, it probably turns it into 4-down territory now that instead of 2nd and 10, you've got 2nd and 4. So that is keeping positive yards and keeping them in front of the chains. As once again, the Buckeyes going man coverage, which is just, I love it. Awesome to see, taking advantage of all that athletic talent. And with the exception of Peterson, Jeff, they just don't match up athletically.
Well, not having a lot of luck in the running game, they're going to have to go to the air, and they do once again. And again, just ball thrown in just a bad throw.
Yeah, Bird.
Uncatchable. Bird is right where he needed to be.
Right in his hip pocket. He didn't turn to look for the ball, but it didn't matter. He put his arm up, and the ball was not catchable. But now it's an interesting story here. I think you're almost, when Peterson is in the game, you're almost going to have to spy him because he's shown his capability with his legs if things break down. And since we're in man-to-man coverage, you just run everybody else off. And quite frankly, he can get to the outside kind of anytime that he wants. So let's see if they go to Peterson's legs on this play to try to pick up a first down. Otherwise, we got an interesting scenario with fourth down inside Buckeye territory.
Well, they're pretty one-dimensional. That's pretty much all they've got. They just had to burn their third timeout. And again, that comes into play earlier where, you used it on an extra point attempt. Even if you had drawn the penalty, who cares?
Yeah, and we're still in the first quarter, Jeff, and you're out of timeouts. I mean, Coach said they're done for the first half.
You only get 3. So they were confused there, but they felt like this was important. They're looking at third and about 4 for the first down. They know they really needed to get this third down conversion, so he had no choice but to blow it there. I think that was. Agree. I would have called that timeout too.
It should have been your first timeout, though.
Yeah,
instead of having your third. And they do recognize what an important drive this is to come down and answer to try to stay in this ball game, because Jeff, they've been able to do absolutely nothing to stop the Buckeye offense. It's gone on 2 drives. First one 90 yards for a field goal, kind of stopped themselves down in the red zone. The second one 78 yards for a touchdown. The Buckeyes lead 10-0, and this is a critical play in the game for Sunnyvale Raiders to stay in this.
Well, they're going to go to the air, and he's under heavy pressure, and he's going to do it with his feet again. We're going to have come up with some kind of answer for him scrambling to the left like that anytime we break down. And they're playing man-to-man, so everybody's going with the receivers, and there's nobody over there to protect him. So that's twice in a row that they have picked up some big yards on that left side. Gilmer's going to have to come up with some way to defend that play. Here's the snap, handoff, up the middle. Running back running hard, picks up about 4 yards on the carry.
Yeah, Jeff, one of the things we'll see, too, is if they go back to the other quarterback, who obviously does not have that dimension to his game, the Buckeyes playing man, you nailed it. I mean, you said it exactly right. When you're playing man-to-man and everybody runs off, there's nobody home playing zone at all. And what do we have as the call here, Jeff? Substitution. Okay, they've substituted, so we have a chance to substitute as well. And we will bring in fresh set of legs here.
Okay, we're looking at 2nd and 6. Ball spotted on the 13-yard line. See if the Buckeyes can bow their necks here and make a big defensive stand. Handoff up the middle. Maybe a yard as the Buckeyes swarm the running back, drag him down.
And just
I think
like
he
that,
just got
Jeff,
back to the line of scrimmage, and it is 3rd and 6 again.
I don't know if they got a kicker. I'm not sure we can say their kicker's name. I'm not sure we can pronounce it.
I'm not even going to try.
We may just call the number on his name, because the gentleman is from the subcontinent, and he's got more consonants and vowels in his name than the phone book.
All right, now let's watch this and see what happens here. I mean, twice as he's had to do a jailbreak, he runs to the left side. And he's dropping again. And he picks up a nice catch out there, a little out route down to the 6-yard line. And that is just enough to move the chains. That is a great job there by Sunnyvale. 1st and goal from the 6.
Yeah, Jeff, this is where it gets interesting, because when you're playing man-to-man defense, now you do not have as much field to defend. So they are 6 yards away. Have not got a lot going from a running game, but Jeff, it's pretty simple here. With this going to be the last play of the first quarter, if this is not already going to run out on them, I think it is. They're not even going to get a snap off here before we end the first quarter and go down to the other end of the field. And this drive's gone so far so good for Sunnyvale. They found something behind the legs of Peterson, catching the Buckeyes in man-to-man coverage, and the Buckeyes getting pressure, but flushing Peterson out is a bad idea. He's a good athlete, folks, living up to his genes. But the Buckeyes up 10-0 at the end of the first quarter. We'll be right back with the second quarter right after this.
2-time Hall of Fame inductees, Brent Godarzi and Marty Young. Back-to-back #1 trucking firm in the nation. Back-to-back best attorney and best law firm in East Texas.
It's fully loaded, great gas mileage, 30,000-mile warranty.
I like it. What else do you have?
Here's one. It's fully loaded, great gas mileage, 30,000-mile warranty.
Looks like the same car.
Exactly the same. But this one's $120 less per month.
What's the catch?
No catch if you use Credit Union of Texas. Let me show you.
With the Credit Union of Texas Flex Auto Loan, you get the car of your dreams, lower payments, no hassle. Get started now at cutx.org.
All right, we are back. Tyler, Texas. Sunnyvale, first and goal, ball spotted on the Buckeye 6. They're going to try to get a score here. They've got 4 tries. And Todd, you called it a pick 6 here. Would be fun to watch. And short field, so not a lot of room to run routes here. The Buckeyes are crashing in through that offensive line. He's going to try to keep it, and they're going to drag him down for a loss.
Yeah, Peterson did not want to stick his nose in there. 2-yard loss, and this is exactly what we're talking about, Jeff. When you get down here close to the goal line, there's less field to defend, so there's less space. All that advantage that Peterson had before when the Buckeyes were man-to-man 30, 40 yards out, all that green grass just goes away. They try to get him out into space, and quite frankly, the Buckeye defensive line just whipped the offensive line there, got penetration, and he kind of sat down and said, I didn't want none. Took a 2-yard loss. Second and goal now from the 10. They're probably going to have to go to the air.
Drop it, rolling to his right side, heavy pressure, and he is forced to throw an ugly ball.
That is number 3 to Eric Tate, who literally, if that ball would have been on the money, you'd have been watching Eric Tate run a wind sprint for a 100-yard return right there. That ball was lucky that it was thrown low as we watch this replay.
Yeah, Bell comes in.
Yeah.
If that had been a little higher, you would have seen a good one. Bell comes in and puts some heavy pressure and lays a lick on Peterson, and he is just forced to throw an ugly ball. The Buckeyes may make a stand right here and force him to try for a field goal or dropping back, going for the end zone. Number 21 on the defense, and it's again overthrown out of bounds.
Great coverage there
no
by
flags
Morgan.
On the play.
Number 21, Horton there on the coverage is going to bring up the field goal kicker. And Jeff, we will just call him number 80. So I'll let you take an attempt at that last name. By the way, we were told by the...
It's Pindala.
Pindala. We were told...
It's Pindala.
That is correct. We were told by the Sunnyvale broadcast team before the game as we were exchanging pronunciation cues that Sunnyvale is the 4th most diverse public school in the state of Texas, which is good to know.
All right. The kick is up, and it is good. So Sunnyvale... They signaled that good, right?
Yeah. They did. 10-3.
10-3. So Sunnyvale says, hey, we're just 1 score down, and they're doing a great job. Here we are already into the second quarter, and, last week it looked a little different.
It really did, Jeff. And, of course, a lot different in terms of what's going on. That was 5 first downs, 70 yards on that drive, ending with a field goal, a lot like the Buckeyes' first drive, as they ate a little clock there, about a 4.5-minute drive. Mostly on the legs of Peterson. Now, Jeff, they alternate their quarterbacks every series. You might see number 1 here as long as the Buckeyes are going to stay in man-to-man coverage because, quite frankly, I don't think that the other quarterback has really a chance to run away from Aaron Bell and those guys when they're on the dead chase like Adrian Peterson's little brother just did to make.
Well, the only thing they've had going for them tonight is blown
coverage.
Is a breakup play where Peterson's had to scramble. And so...
now they'll charge the line of scrimmage here as they normally do.
And they're going to go ahead and kick it off, and we're going to call for a fair catch on the 27-yard line.
So Jeremiah, smart play. We'll get the ball right there to start this drive once again. The Buckeyes done nothing but drive down the field and put points on the board so far tonight. 2 drives in the first half, 1 field goal and 1 touchdown, and they come back on the field now. They are going to be 73 yards away, heading the opposite direction here now in the second quarter. Caden Tennyson still in at quarterback.
All right, here's the snap. Tennyson dropping back, looking to pass, heavy pressure, forced to throw it away.
And that's a great job there by number 77, tapping himself on the chest. He read screen and literally just covered man-to-man Will Henderson, and they're going to call an intentional grounding, which is going to be a spot foul and loss of down. So 1st and 10, trying to throw the ball away. Caden's got to get that ball past the line of scrimmage to throw it away. So we will have a loss of down and a penalty, and that'll put the Buckeyes behind the chains really for the first time all night tonight, Jeff, that we have been behind the chains. They're going to back this one up, and it's going to bring up second down and about 22, 23 yards for the Buckeyes. And that intentional grounding is just something that Caden's got to know as a quarterback. I can't just spike it into the ground on trying to throw a screen pass. It was covered, and that was the right move. You just got to get it past the line of scrimmage.
All right, 2nd and 22 for the Buckeyes. Henderson goes in motion. They do a little quick out to Henderson. If he can find a gap, nope, they're all over him. That's great defense there by Sunnyvale. It's good for about 6 yards. Going to bring up 3rd and long. Looks like 3rd and 17 for the Buckeyes. And so this is going to be a big pass play here or force the Buckeyes to punt. So 17 yards to keep this drive alive.
Yeah, look for Tarek Tate on this play, Jeff, and just run right by people. And Caden taking a little 3-step drop, planting his foot, and putting it up for Tarek.
Yeah, you got to go downfield. You don't have a choice. They're going to run a go route, and it is a high go route. Intercepted coming back down the field. And they're going to say he stepped out?
Yeah, the referees are talking down there.
That he tripped
He did trip up to Eric.
Nope, they're going to give it to Sunnyvale.
They're going to wave it off and say that that's an intercepted pass. He put Sunnyvale back in the game. They were very fortunate. And Caden, quite frankly, the 2 throws that he's thrown, deep throws, one to number 7, Brennan Webb, was kind of straight up in the air. Now, they are saying they're bringing the ball back, that he stepped out of bounds right at that spot, so there will be no return. But they will keep that as a turnover. So the Buckeyes have the first turnover of the night, just as we expected. That was going to be a go route to Tarek Tate, but just an underthrown ball there by Caden Tennyson that doesn't, just puts a little much too much air under it.
All right, got a new quarterback in. Fakes the handoff and gets absolutely nothing. Loses a yard.
Yeah, Jeff, and I understand you've been switching out all year. That's your senior quarterback, but he is not going to be able to do what Peterson did. This set right there with this quarterback, he's going to be wearing Buckeyes and going backwards pretty much this whole drive, I think.
So here's the snap. He's dropping back, looking to pass. Almost picked off. That would have been a pick 6 by Brendan Webb.
that was a absolutely hit your knees and thank the good Lord that Brendan Webb got big eyes to see all that green in front of him. Otherwise, that is a pick 6 by number 7.
Yeah, he'd love to have that one.
Oh, my goodness gracious. He is sick in his stomach, folks. But it's 3rd and 11, and like we said, this quarterback is just going to have a hard time against this Buckeye defense because he does not have the wheels that Peterson has. So it's hard for him to kind of escape and make time with his feet with this man-to-man coverage. And this is zone coverage right here.
All right, they're going to blow that dead. More than likely going to be an illegal procedure call against the offense. Back them up 5 yards. That'll be 3rd and 16 for Sunnyvale. So now, but Gilmer was 3rd and 17. Now Sunnyvale faces the same problem. 3rd and 16.
Yeah, they
are going uphill against this Buckeye defense.
Yeah, they're going uphill backwards. It's just going to be tough sledding with this quarterback in. Nothing against the young man. He's a great football player as a senior. He's a very accurate passer. But when the Buckeyes have this kind of athletic advantage and can play man-to-man as they're doing right now, and you can get pressure, which is coming right now, it's going to be very hard for this quarterback.
Dropping back, long one downfield, and it is a well-thrown ball. The receiver's just one step off of pulling that one in.
Yeah, just very, very good coverage.
Morton
on the coverage
for the Buckeyes.
And Jeff, there's just nobody on this in blue uniform can run by anybody in a white uniform. They're going to come in and punt, and just like we said at the top of this, they got the interception, and this offense went backwards 6 yards and 3 downs, and now they're going to have to punt again. So the Buckeyes dodge a bullet there. They are still up 10-3 with 9:46 left in the first quarter and going to get the ball back to the offense right here.
All right, here's the punt, and it's a low punt. Hits the turf, takes a good Sunnyvale bounce. That's 2 good punts in a row as it rolls out of bounds around the 13-yard line. And Buckeyes coming back on the field, try to go down and after the turnover, actually on the last series, going to try to get something going here. You know, our passes, I've noticed, the passes that we've had tonight, Todd, downfield have been, high floaters instead of the arc is a little higher than normal, and that gives the defenders more time to react to the ball.
Yeah,
So
now
I'm
and
sure
now you
they're
see
gonna
Edmonds
try to
back
pull
in
that
quarterback.
down.
Look
So
out.
Edmonds, now that's my play right there. That is what I love to see right there. Did you see the little quick pitch to number 1 right there?
Yeah.
Every step you give him is an advantage
Yeah.
to the side by not having to hand the ball. Just a quick pitch. I'd sit and run that play all night long. I love it. It's a great call.
Now, they're going to say that the Buckeyes called timeout before that snap occurred, and they're going to leave it right where it was, 1st and 10. I'm not sure that I understand that, because that was an easy 8-yard gain there for Will. And to your point, Jeff, you made it all season long. To your point, your favorite play. If you can pick up 8 yards of play, it's going to be a long night for the other team. And there's nothing really that you can do to stop it and not expose yourself on the back end. But we got Edmonds in at quarterback, the senior Jaden Edmonds. And, of course, he has really been a hot hand in throwing the football. The Buckeyes obviously going up top a couple of times tonight already. And as you mentioned, just Caden kind of putting a little too much air under the ball.
Yeah.
Let's see if Jaden gets a hot hand throwing it here, and if the Buckeyes can get a big play. Remember, against the Spring Hill Panthers, folks, he did what only Stump Godfrey has done, wearing that number 10, and that is 5 straight drives all under 1 minute long.
That it resulted in a score.
In
Here's the
touchdown,
snap.
yeah.
Low snap. Handoff. Henderson up the middle. Not much there. And he gets out to about the 16-yard line.
Yeah, they're obviously keying on Will. I'm not sure that that's going to work all night long. But with Jaden in there, you're kind of deep in your own territory. You want to pick up positive yards on 1st down. Let's see if we can let Jaden throw the football here.
Here's the snap. He's going to pass. Throws a rocket. Complete to number 3, Tate. And what a great job the corner does out there, getting on that play immediately and getting Tate down. It's good they're just short. It's going to be 3rd and 1.
Yeah, that's a great play. Just taking once again, I mean, that's 4 times now we've seen Tarek Tate. Just take what the defense gives you on that soft zone. He's going to come out on this play, and the heavy package is going to come in for the Buckeyes. And we're going to try to keep the chains
I wonder
moving.
what they'll do here.
Yeah.
If you're wondering, look in the backfield. There's a big 0 out there on a freight train. They're going to hand off here. And look at this. Look at that stop right there. I mean, upended Bell. Holy cow, what a great defensive play.
Yeah, they crashed in the linebacker and just chopped him down from the
Man,
legs
he
before
really
he got
did.
going. But the Buckeyes blew an assignment there to the outside left-hand side of the line as they were focusing on kind of pulling around, and the play didn't develop quick enough, and nobody got a hand on a crashing defensive end, and the Buckeyes now are going to have to punt for the first time all night.
That was a great defensive play.
Oh yeah,
right there.
that's as good as it gets for Sunnyvale.
That's a highlight tonight for Sunnyvale for sure. Pate gets off a nice punt, and it is going to be a fair catch at the 50-yard line. And so that turned out extremely well for Sunnyvale, as they are in great field position after an incredible stop on Bell. Bell's been basically 100% for those little short yardage needed, and they just got through the line of scrimmage and chopped him down.
Yeah, just
literally flipped him up, ended him.
Yeah, it just took too long to develop, and once again, the offensive line blew an assignment over there on the left-hand side. But, Jeff, this is right where Sunnyvale wants to be to get in this game. Peterson back into the game, and again, look for a completely different offense when Peterson is in the game. We're playing zone right now again. Here's
All right.
Peterson with his legs once again.
Quarterback keeper. And, honestly, I'm sitting down here watching this game, and I'm watching the athletes that are on the Sunnyvale side. They're obviously well coached and disciplined. They try hard. They don't have near the athletes on the field that we saw last week.
Right.
And the score was so different. It's just so funny how week to week teams match up differently and play differently. And I don't think this is near the athleticism of this team. Look at this pass. Just over his fingertips.
Yeah, Bird got lost there looking in the backfield. The receiver got by him as they gave him the head fake, and Bird got burned a little bit there, but just over the outreach, to your point, Jeff, the reach brings
he
up
tried
3rd and
hard
7.
too.
Yeah,
He Supermaned it.
That was a touchdown if Peterson puts a little more air under it. And there you kind of pick your poison. Now, the first quarterback probably makes that throw but doesn't have time. Peterson has time because he's got the great legs but doesn't make the throw.
Low snap. he's going to be forced to run. He's going to drop back, throws, and a miraculous catch as his arm gets hit as he releases, but his receiver is able to pull it down and get a first down out of it. Amazing.
And they move the chains. And again, that's just Peterson's athleticism, buying enough time to get that prayer answered out into the left flat, just enough to move the chains. And this is how the Sunnyvale Raiders are going to stay in this game. They need to. I realize they've got a system. They've done it all year, switching quarterbacks every series. But right now, the only thing that is effective right now is Peterson in at quarterback. And he's got him 1st and 10 into Buckeye territory at the Buckeye 37-yard line, down 10-3 with about a half a quarter left to play.
Peterson rolling to his right side, going downfield, and great defense there by number 7, Webb, who reaches in and just bats it down.
It's just, they're out-athleted, Jeff. It's just that simple. The Buckeyes can play man-to-man against the receivers.
They are, but Todd, I got to tell you, I'm surprised right now. I mean, if you look at the athleticism imbalance that you were talking about earlier, we should be up 3 touchdowns right now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just not falling in our. It hasn't fallen in that direction for a variety of reasons.
Yeah, and right now, Jeff, Sunnyvale is in this ball game as possibly as they can be. If they can come down and get a score right here, they're actually ahead of serve.
Oh man, I'm telling you, handoff up the middle and a nice run there by 21. The running back, he gets about 5 yards on that carry, 4 yards. He's going to be 3rd and 6.
So Jeff, it gets interesting here as the Buckeyes understand we cannot lose track of number 1 and get pressure. And if the Buckeyes are going to play man-to-man, as they obviously are lining up to play that, they're going to have to contain number 1 and try to find a way to get him on the ground.
Dropping back, looking to pass, rolling, heavy pressure, throws a wobbly pass. And I don't know, has he completed a pass other than
just a little squib pass? A couple
pass
of times. I think he's probably 3 for 9, something like that. Not for very many yards. If we've got a marker down, is that correct, or is it 4th down and they're going to go for it here?
4th and 6. They're looking at the clock, 5:48 left to play in the first half. They really would love to try to get another score and go in and.
Well, it's a ball game if Sunnyvale can score here. Obviously playing keep away from the Buckeyes, but it's all on number 1's legs.
I'm really
Jeff.
surprised they're doing this. Dropping back, rolling to his right, overthrown again. And he has just overthrown nearly every ball he's put in the air that has any distance to it, you know.
Yeah, just in pocket coverage there. Brendan Webb is literally not looking back for the ball.
Well, they're not scared to go to the air, though. I will tell you that.
I told you, they'll swing it around with both quarterbacks. But again, Jeff, number 1's legs is the difference in terms of whether this guys in blue offense actually goes or just stops. And for right now, as the Buckeyes playing man-to-man and really daring Sunnyvale to throw the ball, and they get a turnover on downs, Buckeye football.
All right, that's going to be movement on the Buckeyes. Back them up 5 yards, repeat first down.
Yeah, that's Smith in the backfield, just getting a little bit of an early start there and backing us up. And that's not what you want to see, is getting behind the chains once again as this Buckeye offense. 2 first drives, they just stormed down the field. And the last couple of drives, Jeff, they've just kind of stalled.
All right, Drew Smith in the backfield, fakes the handoff, dumps it out to number 3 to Eric Tate. And Tate's going to be good for a few yards on that one, maybe 5, and get us back to the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, we'll take that. 2nd down and 10 after a 1st down and 15.
Now
once again, just taking what the defense gives them.
You got Webb and the G-man down here on the bottom of your screen. They're going to hand off to Smith. Smith bouncing around looking for room. Let's hand it to that front 5 or 6 for Sunnyvale. They've been stingy up front, line of scrimmage, with the run for Gilmer.
Yeah, the defensive linemen doing a good job in tying up blocks and really allowing those linebackers who are very, very talented. I'm impressed. I was impressed with them on film, but I'm even more impressed with them because I didn't think that they could actually get to the gaps fast enough, and they have so far here tonight, absolutely. As the Buckeyes are going to take a timeout in a big 3rd down and 8 situation. 5:05 left to play in this first half. Jeff, Buckeyes lead 10-3, looking for more. We'll be right back.
Crowley Funeral Home has been serving families in Gilmer since 1883. Funeral director and Gilmer High School graduate Troy Murray leads the professional staff at Crowley Funeral Home and is committed to providing dignified, respectful, and compassionate assistance to every family in their time of need. Crowley Funeral Home feels strongly about maintaining high standards of excellent service while still keeping prices affordable. At Crowley Funeral Home, we treat your family as our own.
Back to the action here. 5:05 left to play in the first half. Buckeyes with a big 3rd down and 8 coming up as the defense from Sunnyvale has managed to stop the Buckeyes on the last 3 drives. Caden Tennyson in at quarterback, and we need 8 yards here. It's probably not 4-down territory. Sunnyvale still in this game right now, although they've obviously out-athleted by the Buckeyes.
All right, here's the snap, dropping back, looking to pass. And I think that just slipped out of his hand because either that or we just had a confusion on a route. That was intended for Jeremiah Noble.
Yeah, that's just no chance on that. Jeremiah had the out route, but it's just, I think as you said, it just slipped out of Caden's hands. Just Caden is having a tough time tonight. I don't know if the football's wet or exactly what the deal is, but not really throwing the ball up to his standard. And the Buckeyes on to punt for the 2nd time. And, Jeff, this is the 3rd drive that's stalled out for the Buckeyes. 2 punts and a turnover.
Yeah, and you mentioned we had 25 series before that without having to punt. And now we're punting 3 times in a row. So hats off to Sunnyvale for playing tough. And you're right, that linebacker crew for Sunnyvale, they will come up and hit you.
Yeah, they do a good job with the defensive line, tying up blockers and allowing those linebackers to find the hole and run. I watched them on film, Jeff, of nearly every game that they played this year and was very impressed in how their linebackers played. But I didn't think they were really playing anybody on film and thought that we would basically beat them to the hole. And that's not been the case. Fortunately for the Buckeyes in this drive, they've stuck with their game plan, and they go with the senior quarterback, not Peterson, and he is literally not even getting the 1st down when he's the quarterback.
All right, here's the snap. He holds it and is going to run, and he's going to fall forward for a gain of a couple.
Yeah, Pate in on that tackle, and they try to get him out running. They will run him on those kind of planned run plays. That's kind of a zone read that he plays as a keeper. But, Jeff, you see the difference. I mean, he had some room on that, and then he only got 3 yards. Pate comes up and makes a good tackle. And in passing downs, he is just not going to be able to escape the pressure as the Buckeye defense playing man-to-man defense. We're in zone right now, so this is zone coverage. We'll see if we just dare him to throw here.
Handoff up the middle to the running back, and they are moving the ball forward. They get all the way out to the 35-yard line, 36-yard line. That's going to be about 3 yards short of the 1st down, 3rd and 3.
Yeah, big down here for the black flag. If we play zone now, we've switched back with Brandon Webb and Jeremiah Noble playing 2 deep safety look. This is normal for the Buckeyes. But, again, you only have 7 in the box. So you're daring them to run the ball now. And they do. They pick up a positive yardage. Let's see if the Buckeye defensive front, you don't have the real threat of getting outside.
Well, you got to stop them right here because you want the ball back with 3:34 left to play in the half. Here's the snap, handoff, 21. If they can stop him, he's going to be right at the line.
Yeah, he's about a yard short,
They're going to say he's a yard short. So it's 4th and 1. Look at the field position they're in. What do you do here, Todd? Do you go for it?
I think you have to punt the football here if you're Coach Sinton. You have no timeouts left. You're going to let this clock run all the way down is the first thing that you're going to do. And then you're going to send out the punt team. And you're going to hope that your defense, who has really done a great job the last 3 series, can continue to hold up. But you're going to leave the Buckeyes with about 2 minutes and change left. Brendan Webb is going to try to return this punt. The kicker is the same guy that is the field goal kicker, and he has done a great job punting away from the dangerous Buckeye returners. So Webb is standing back at his own 35-yard line, but I'm looking for him to kick away from Webb right here.
High snap, and they get off a really good punt. And not going to be returnable. This one checks up around the 21-yard line. And so Buckeyes have got 2 minutes and 33 seconds to get 79 yards.
Yeah, let's see who comes in at quarterback right here on this drive. Looks like Caden's coming back on the field. Caden's done a good job tonight, Jeff, with his feet. But just from a passing standpoint, just missed a couple of throws that normally are kind of touchdown-type opportunities. 2:33 left to play this first half. It's imperative the Buckeyes go down and score. Sunnyvale is going to have the ball to start the second half.
All right, quick pitch to the right side. And, again, linebacker just coming out of that. Look at that middle linebacker. This guy's
22's good, I'm telling you,
He's like
Jeff.
All-state, man. He is coming out. And, I mean, this guy can play football.
Yeah, pound for pound, he's their best player. We talked about it at the top of the show, is that he is the man, and they are not going to be able to outflank him. He is king on Will Henderson. Make no mistake about it. Watch where he's lining up. He's just mirroring him all over the field.
Fakes the handoff to Will. Dumps a short pass to number 3 to Eric, who gets close to the first down marker. Not sure if he got it or not.
So taking what the defense gives him, but reluctant there to kind of run by. I don't think the cornerback, who's really played Tate well, making sure-handed tackles, playing man-to-man out there onto Eric. And to Eric, we call him Sundays because he's so talented. But at the end of the day, I'm not sure you don't have to run by these guys.
1st and 10. Yeah, I think you got to get downfield. You got 2 minutes left in the half. So we got 70 yards to get down to pay dirt. We need to sling it across the yard. A post pattern would be great here. Is this Jeremiah Noble down here on the bottom side of your screen?
Yeah, that's Jeremiah.
That's Jeremiah down here on the bottom. They got Webb and Tate on top, and Henderson's in the backfield. Here's the snap. They drop back. He's looking to his left.
That's a much
Fly
better throw.
Pattern, well thrown. Number 3, Tate, reels it in and is brought down inside the 19-yard line, and that is exactly what we need. Is throw the ball down the field and let's get in there and get some points. 1:52 left to play. That took 8 seconds.
Yeah, just like that, we're inside the 20. But I tell you, if Caden really rushes back and throws that one, he's not going to out-throw to Eric, and to Eric had to pull up again and wait for that, but it was a much better throw than his previous throws.
Okay, we're going to the air again.
Touchdown.
Tate, touchdown
Makes
Buckeyes.
it look easy. Sundays putting it on display
Touchdown
tonight.
Buckeyes. That was a great throw
That
to
was
the
a good
outside.
Throw. Outside shoulder throw made him look like Tom Brady on that one. Big brother Brandon Tennyson would be proud of that throw. We want to also send a special shout out to Coach Traylor and the UTSA Roadrunners and all those seniors that have turned us into fans. Been there with Coach Traylor for the last 3 years. They got senior night coming up tomorrow, trying to take care of business tomorrow night and then set up for the 3rd straight probably championship appearance in their new conference. So congratulations to Coach Traylor.
High snap, and Will Gross able to field it, pull it down, get a good hold, and that extra point is good with 1:46 left to play in the first half. Sunnyvale playing well against the Buckeyes, 17-3. We'll be right back.
There's something special about a local hometown bank. The pace is a little slower, the smile's a little brighter, and the relationship is, well, personal. Visit us in Gilmer or our new bank in Longview on the corner of 1844 and Judson Road. For over 120 years, Gilmer National Bank has been building relationships, one customer at a time. Come see us for all your personal, commercial, and agricultural needs, because we want to hear you say,
Gilmer National Bank. That's my bank.
Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
All right, we're back in Tyler, Texas, where the Gilmer Buckeyes just scored at 17-3 with 1:46 left to play. And Buckeyes set to kick off.
Jeff, this is where I don't think we onside kick this, but a little extra mustard and getting a turnover right here with 1:46. Remember, we still have all three, we've got one timeout. Well, never mind. Kick it deep. Forget I thought about it. I thought we could get the ball back here.
No, I actually like that idea. It's a high pooch kick. It's going to be a fair catch on the 28-yard line. And I like the idea. Get it back and go up another score. I like our defense to hold them for 1:46, even if you don't get it.
Well, the problem right now is wearing number 1. And that is Mr. Nelson Peterson, named after his dad and again, little brother of Adrian Peterson.
He's not that great a scrambler. He's had a wide open left side 3 times. That's where all of his yards have come from.
Let's just put it this way. We've seen 3 quarterbacks that are probably more talented runners than he is, but right now he's Sunnyvale's only chance.
Here's a snap. Fakes the handoff. Keeps it. Look at this. Blown. Big hole there. See, you see him cut back inside. The guy's not that athletic.
Yeah, he's not
just
explosive.
Not. He's not fast. He doesn't have quick feet, but man, he's just finding holes.
Yeah. He's the best athlete on their team, and he's, like I say, he's the offense for them right now. The Buckeyes trying not to let him score here with 1:30 left. Remember, Jeff, they have no timeouts.
All right, he's looking to pass, little inside pass, complete to number 2.
Well, that was good coverage
for about
there
5
by Bird.
yards.
He sits on that slant route and still can't do anything about it. I'm not sure that Peterson actually did that on purpose, but it was a good throw. Unfortunately, it eats about 20 seconds off the clock.
All right, going to the air. He's throwing a nice one down the sideline, and again, just thrown out of bounds, uncatchable.
Yeah, and the receiver stepped out of bounds as well. I think Sunnyvale's used to just throwing it up and getting interference calls, but they're not playing teams like the Buckeyes who athletically, they can absolutely run. They don't have to reach out and hold. They just keep running, and they are sitting right in the pocket. Bird doing a good job. There's only really one coverage that he's not played well tonight, and luckily it was an overthrow. But now we got third down with a minute left here. Look for Coach Metzel to burn his last time out if they don't convert here.
Yeah, 3rd and 5. Here's the snap. Heavy pressure. They dump a little screen pass out there, good for the first down.
Great call.
And that was just a good call and well executed.
Yeah, now they've got 55 seconds when they reset the clock, Jeff, and they just don't have any timeouts. Taking timeouts in the wrong spot just kills you. Once again, Jeff, they're going to have the ball to start the second half, but I'm not sure there's enough clock right now if the Buckeyes just keep everything in front of them.
Well, they're going to have to go downfield. Look for the big pass right here. He's going to go long, and he does, and he just overthrows it by about 20 yards and stops the clock. 42 seconds left, second and 10.
You wish now there was about a minute and 30 seconds left, because if they're going to throw it every time, they got no timeouts. If they run the ball now, they have a hard time not having enough time to do anything else.
Well, they can't run the ball, period.
Yeah.
They're looking at 2nd and 10, 42 seconds. They have to go in the air, and he's not that great a passer. Look for a possible interception here. Heavy pressure. They go downfield. And is there a flag?
Oh,
yep. There comes the flag. There's the flag. The coach is down there yelling for it, and he got it.
Well, they've been yelling for it for.
That's going to be an automatic first down.
Yeah, for 11 minutes and 23 seconds, they've been yelling for it for the entire basically first half, and they got that call. I'm not sure that it was earned, as we can maybe watch a replay here on what that looked like. But they do get that call. Going to move it up 15 yards. But again, Jeff, 37 seconds. And they've got to go for it.
That
Jeff,
felt like more than 15.
Yeah, that's at the end of the day, that's their offense. They're going to have to throw it up and hope for the best.
37 seconds. They're going to have to go for the end zone, obviously. They got 1st and 10. They're not going to run the ball. They're going to throw. They're in the air and dropped. That was a good pass.
Yeah, it was.
He
Hit him right
put
in the
that
hand.
one right where it needed to be, and that could have been a score. That was just dropped by the receiver.
Yeah, Webb tried to undercut that route. He recognizing it being a good receiver and being a long-time student of the Stump Godfrey offensive clinics during the summer. He recognized that route. He almost jumped it, but he tripped up right at the last second and almost made the receiver.
Now, Peterson, he put that one on the money.
Yeah, that was a good throw.
That was just lucky for the Buckeyes that he dropped it.
Stops the clock once again. 31 seconds left, second down, and they'll just keep until they run out of time, Jeff. They're just going to keep trying to throw it up and see if anything good happens.
Oh, for sure. They got 3 shots at the end zone. Batted down, almost picked off. Number 17, Grayson Bates.
Aaron Bell getting in on that play as well. As they, again, have a screen pass called, which is a really, really good call against that. If they can slip it out, they picked up the big first down on the previous series. But now we've got 3rd down and 10 and only 26 seconds left.
Well, they got 2 shots at the end zone. I'll assure you they'll take them.
Well, let's see, Jeff. I'm going to go ahead and make my call with the Buckeyes playing deep zone here with Dodd and Webb in at safety. I'm thinking we might get an interception here.
Pick 6. That's what I'm calling for. Drop back, heavy pressure. He's running for his life. Left side, once again, left side. And look at this. Gets in the end zone. That's the 4th time that he's picked up over 30 yards around the left side.
Yeah, we just blow coverage. When we lose contain, we watch the replay. As we lose contain to the outside, that's number 46. And as soon as he gets outside, there is nobody home because you're playing man-to-man defense.
That's huge for Sunnyvale to fight their way back into this game.
Yeah, and they get the ball to start the second half, Jeff, so maybe look for Coach Metzel here to try to throw one up and try to steal that touchdown back with 16 seconds left if we fair catch. But again, you're exactly right. Sunnyvale staying in this game so far with the Buckeyes. The first quarter was all Buckeyes, just a couple of missed opportunities. And again, it's number 1. It's just that simple. Without number 1, Jeff, I'm not even sure they got a first down.
Here's the snap, and the kick is easily through the uprights. So now it is 17-10. They have fought their way back into this game with the last few seconds of this half on the legs of number 1 Peterson. And again, I'm going to say it, Peterson is by no means the best athlete we've seen this year. He's not that fast. He's not that athletic. We are just, by going man-to-man and going downfield, we have nobody covering the left side. And they'll make some adjustments, I assure you, at the half, and they'll figure out a solution to stop that in the second half of play. But that is the only thing they've had going for them. If you think about it, the entire first half is all Peterson scrambling on the left side.
Yeah, that's exactly right. With a couple of just Hail Mary passes that have bailed them out on first down. 72-yard drive, 5 first downs, most of that coming on the legs of Peterson. Jeff, as you mentioned, 16 seconds left. I think the Buckeyes maybe fair catch this one and take a couple of the shots on their own. They've got one timeout to burn. And plenty of plays here for the Buckeyes to take it the distance, and we'll see what Coach Metzel does, knowing Sunnyvale gets the ball to start the second half.
All right, here is the high pooch kick fielded on the 20. So Buckeyes are going to have 16 seconds on the clock. That's time for at least a couple of plays.
Yeah, 75 yards. Let's see if Edmond comes in the game. No, it's going to be Tennyson coming in at quarterback. And once again, we've just seen Caden just a little bit off on his throws tonight. He did throw a much, much better ball to number 3, to Eric Tate before. Yeah, I think they're going to just take this one in to halftime, and Coach Metzel going to pass on this opportunity. I'm not sure I'd do that, but as you say all the time, he doesn't care about what we think.
Yeah, I figured he would probably take a knee and take it in. But 17-10 is your score at the half. Sunnyvale really playing tough against your Gilmer Buckeyes tonight. Much closer score than I anticipated at halftime. But a whole nother half to play. I look forward to the Buckeyes making some adjustments to answer to that left side that has been exploited all night tonight. We'll take a commercial break and be back with halftime performances.
At Farmers Insurance, we've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything, even a rock and wreck. Yeah! He rocked and rolled right into it, but we covered it. At Farmers, we know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
When tragedy strikes, you don't want to be in a position where you're second guessing your lawyer's ability or the resolve to get you fairly compensated. When you hire Godarzi & Young, you know you're hiring a law firm that has nationally ranked settlements and verdicts. We have over 2 decades of experience holding 18-wheeler companies accountable for their negligent action. Don't make the mistake of hiring anybody else. Hire the best. Hire Godarzi & Young.
Do you enjoy watching your favorite TV programs on your smartphone or tablet? Or maybe you'd rather watch them on your Roku or Amazon Fire TV. Tired of having to change your TV input from your old traditional cable to watch your favorite streaming apps? If so, we have great news for you. eTex is making the move to streaming and has launched a new app. eTex TV allows you to watch over 130 channels in full HD on your streaming or mobile devices. This means you can simply download the eTex TV app, subscribe, and start watching. With all your favorite functions like DVR and Pause Live TV, and new features like Restart TV. To learn more, visit www.etex.net or contact a customer service rep at 903-797-HELP. That's 903-797-4357.
Texas Heritage National Bank would like to invite the Buckeye Nation to visit our new full-service bank in Gilmer. We are conveniently located on Highway 271 and Redbud Street with a brand new facility ready to serve our friends and neighbors. We offer competitive rates on all of our deposit products as well as some great options for business financing to help your business grow from 5 employees to 500 employees. Texas Heritage National Bank would also like to take this time to thank all of the teachers, administration, and school board for investing in the future of our kiddos. We would also like to wish all of the student athletes a wonderful and safe year. Come see us soon.
The stars performing palm routine 2. Come on, feel the noise.
Allison on the midfield of Earl Campbell Field at Tyler Roy Stadium. The nationally famous Gilmer Buckeye Band presents a playoff tradition. The Block G.
Aaron Bell, senior, fullback, middle linebacker.
Will Henderson, senior, running back and quarterback.
Elias Castillo, senior, inside linebacker, fullback.
Jamar Bird, 2024, receiver and corner. Hey, let's get it.
Terry Tate, senior, wide receiver and DB.
Damari Hackett, senior, number 5. Hey, we are here.
Connor Dodd, senior, wide receiver and safety.
Brendan Webb, junior, receiver, DB.
Alex Sims, junior, running back, outside linebacker.
Jaden Edmond, senior, quarterback, free safety.
Caden Tennyson, class of 2025, quarterback. Todd Manson, junior, receiver, DB.
Jeremiah Noble, junior, outside linebacker, receiver.
Gervais Smith, senior, running back, and outside linebacker.
Micah Easley, junior, wide receiver, safety. Let's roll it.
Harrison Lofton, senior, outside linebacker, hooker.
Grayson Bates, fullback, inside linebacker.
Jordan Escalante, junior, quarterback, outside backer. Bentley Trainer, receiver and corner.
Will Gross, senior, inside receiver, cornerback. Go Bucks.
Amari Morton, junior, receiver DB.
Jason Merrill, junior, running back, outside linebacker. Octavian Prom Hector, sophomore, running back, and safety.
Kobe Webb, senior, receiver, outside backer.
Devin McDonald, sophomore, middle linebacker, fullback.
Daedrian Jimerson, junior, running back, corner.
Nick Zimmerman, senior, fullback, linebacker.
Luke Hollyfield, senior, fullback, middle linebacker.
Mason Denton, junior, middle linebacker, and fullback.
Braden Pate, junior, outside linebacker.
Jerry Dean, junior, middle linebacker.
Nehemiah Henderson, senior, inside linebacker, fullback. Lego Diaz, senior, fullback, inside linebacker.
I'm Sidney Duhai, junior, running back, corner.
Noah Connitz, Jr., wide receiver, cornerback.
Max Walker, Jr., wide receiver, safety.
Cameron Brown, Sr., D-line.
Hudson Wynn, Jr., D-line.
Jet Bates, sophomore, offensive line, defensive line.
Justin Jones, Sr., inside backer, and wide receiver.
Griffin Hill, senior, defensive end and tight end.
Tyler Hagler, sophomore, O-line, D-line. Ezekiel Aguilar, Sr., O-line, D-line.
Justin Anderson, offensive line, defensive line.
Alex again, Jr., O-line, D-line.
Ryan Andrews, Jr., O-line, D-line.
Senior, Sean Wallace, offensive line, D-line, number 55. Nathan McVicker, O-line, D-line, sophomore.
Aiden Summers, O-line, D-line, junior, 2025.
Spencer Murphy, senior, O-line, D-line. Chance Walker, sophomore, O-line, D-line. My name is Terrence Wahim. I'm a junior. I play offensive line and defensive line.
Felipe Rocha, I'm a junior. I play offensive line and defensive line.
Hunter Burney, O-line, D-line. I'm a junior. Lucas Cano, junior, O-line, D-line.
My name is Fernando Delgado. I'm a junior. I play D-line.
Jeremy Pilcher, senior, offensive line.
Logan Thornley, I'm a junior. I play inside receiver and outside linebacker.
Two-time Hall of Fame inductees, Brent Godarzi and Marty Young. Back-to-back #1 trucking firm in the nation. Back-to-back best attorney and best law firm in East Texas.
It's fully loaded, great gas mileage, 30,000-mile warranty.
I like it. What else do you have?
Here's one. It's fully loaded, great gas mileage, 30,000-mile warranty.
Looks like the same car.
Exactly the same. But this one's $120 less per month.
What's the catch?
No catch if you use Credit Union of Texas. Let me show you.
With the Credit Union of Texas Flex Auto Loan, you get the car of your dreams, lower payments, no hassle. Get started now at cutx.org.
Crowley Funeral Home has been serving families in Gilmer since 1883. Funeral director and Gilmer High School graduate Troy Murray leads the professional staff at Crowley Funeral Home and is committed to providing dignified, respectful, and compassionate assistance to every family in their time of need. Crowley Funeral Home feels strongly about maintaining high standards of excellent service while still keeping prices affordable. At Crowley Funeral Home, we treat your family as our own.
And we're back, folks, to the Juicy's Halftime Show as we are watching a very entertaining halftime show from the Sunnyvale band that's got electric guitar and a saxophone player.
Jazz sax.
We're having a rock jazz fusion session, which is very entertaining. And we will talk about some stats here for the first half for the Sunnyvale Raiders. It is all about number 1, Peterson. As Jeff Rash, the voice of the Buckeyes, mentioned several times, he is not the most athletic player that we've seen, but he is the most athletic player on Sunnyvale's team. The Sunnyvale Raiders rushed 16 times for 93 yards. Probably 80 of those were broken plays from Peterson, as the other quarterback that they're substituting back and forth literally has not gotten a first down. Passing, the Buckeyes are 12 of 17 for 170 yards. They have 1 turnover. Total yards for the Buckeyes in the first half, 258. Only 141 for Sunnyvale. They've got 1 penalty for 5 yards. The Buckeyes 4 for 30 yards. About even time matchup, almost 12 minutes per team. But the first downs for both teams are about 12 apiece. And Jeff, as you say, you look up at the scoreboard and you've been watching this whole first half game and you can kind of say, how in the world is it only 17-10? And really it's just because the answer is number 1, Peterson, who has kept him in the game single-handedly. They've put up 10 points. They will have the ball to start the second half, but I do believe we will see some adjustments. I think the Buckeyes go back to his own coverage, and really let's see if Coach Stanton here for the Sunnyvale Raiders just go exclusively to 1 quarterback. Jeff, I think that's the only way they have a chance. If they continue to rotate quarterbacks in and out, I think it's basketball season tomorrow morning for them.
Well, we hope that's correct. I mean, they are truly, I mean, I'm impressed with the coaching, and I'm impressed with the effort of their players that they have stayed in this game within 7 points of the Buckeyes because, as you said several times, Todd, in the opening half, they're outmatched in basically every position on the field. I mean, middle linebacker now, he's a man.
Yeah, he is
that guy. That guy's he is giving it what for down there on defense, and basically held the Buckeyes to that low rushing amount. I mean, what did Will have last week? Over 200 yards by halftime.
Yeah, and 5 touchdowns.
And we got a total of 88 yards and no touchdowns.
Yeah, they have. They, as you said, they have said your running game's not going to beat us.
You may beat us somewhere else, but it ain't going to be there. But they've played extremely well defensively against the Buckeyes, and the Buckeyes, we've played defensively well against them, with the exception of covering a broken play scramble to the left side. All their yards, like you said, they got 93 yards, 80 of them came on that one same old broken play to the left side. And so hopefully the Buckeyes have made some adjustments on that, and if they'll shut that down, then we've basically shut their offense down.
Yeah, I think so too. And they've had no offense when number 16's in a quarterback, and that is the surefire way to say, well, what's the difference? Well, 10 points has been put up because of number 1 in his legs, and the rest of it has been really 3 and out by the Buckeye defense. They really have played good coverage-wise and have had a couple of drops that they would be absolutely in the game if it weren't for that. But, Buckeyes just not necessarily, let's just say, with the normal explosiveness, and I think some of that, too, is the fact that you may see number 10 in at quarterback, Jaden Edmonds, and throwing the ball down the field a lot in the second half. Caden had an opportunity to hit a couple of deep balls through the interception and really putting too much air into the ball. But it is very humid, like 100% humidity out there. So it is slippery on the turf, as we've seen several people kind of slid down. But it is one of those things where the Buckeyes have to really kind of light the fuse on the offensive side. I'd like to see them get a 3 and out to start the second half. I wonder what Coach Metzel will do to kind of turn up the volume here. Maybe an onside kick to start the second half and really kind of light a fire into these Buckeyes. I'm not sure this wasn't one of those half times where Coach Metzel didn't go in at halftime to the locker room and really, try to give that fiery pep talk, because the Buckeyes have not played bad, but they just seem a little flat, I guess is the right way to say it.
Flat's a good word. I like that.
The two first drives, they storm right down the field and look sharp offensively, but the athlete equation is very simple. I mean, at every position, except probably for middle linebacker, as you said, Jeff, the Buckeyes are superior from an athletic standpoint, speed standpoint, absolutely. And there's really the only one reason, and he's wearing number 1, that the Sunnyvale Raiders are in this game. But there's also no reason why the Buckeyes didn't put up 40 points in the first half. And most of that was just lack of execution.
Yeah, I think you used the right word there. We just seemed a bit flat. I don't think you'll see that in the second half. I expect them to come out pretty dynamic right from the get-go. And I tell you what, Sunnyvale Band is down here, and they are still getting after it with playing the band. This is one of the most fun band performances I think I've seen in a long time. They got an electric guitar down here and a jazz sax, and the band's jumping up, down, and dancing around behind them. We have really enjoyed watching them. Of course, after the Buckeye Band, whom we love watching, obviously, and the drill team and the majorettes just did a great job tonight performing. And so now it's time to leave, guys. Let's go. We got to get a football game going here. But that is a fun band director right there. Whoever that guy is, let them just jam tonight.
For
the crowd
whole
loved it.
halftime show,
Everybody loved it.
Stood there and played and danced and had a great time.
This is supposed to be fun.
It's playoffs.
Let's have some fun,
and,
man.
Of course, I think Sunnyvale watched the film. They kind of know what to expect from the Buckeyes. But I think if you would ask Coach Stanton, hey, would you take 17-10 knowing you're going to get the ball back to start the second half? I think he would have said absolutely, because his team is in this ball game as the second half starts. It's really going to be up to the Buckeyes to do something to just kind of flex their muscles and impose their will on these Sunnyvale Raiders, because Sunnyvale is in the game and they are outmatched, but they are still in the game.
Yeah, I mean, you can't take a thing away from them. They are extremely well coached. They play hard. They play every single play. They do not lay down, and they have played extremely well tonight. But as we said over and over, if it wasn't for one blown play to the left side 4 times, totaling about 80 yards, they're not in this game at all.
Yeah, no offense, no score, and it's probably a 24, maybe even a 28-0 game at the half.
Well, but you got to give it to them defensively for being able to hold this very potent Gilmer offense.
They have told us you are not going to run the ball.
And they have proved that they can stop it. That middle linebacker for these guys, he is maybe the best we've seen all year.
Yeah.
Ball fielded on the 14-yard line by number 5, coming up the middle. And Buckeyes jump on him, take him down to the 30. So they're going to take over a pretty good field position, 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line. Let's see if Sunnyvale can get something going offensively.
Yeah, they're going to be 70 yards away, and we will see who comes out at quarterback. And if I were the Sunnyvale Raiders, number 1's playing quarterback from here on in, and he is coming into the game. That's Peterson. He has been their entire offense. And let's see what the Buckeyes do defensively. Looks like we're going to come right back and play man, just like we have been doing. Let's see if now we can figure out a way to contain number 1 if we're going to play this way.
All right, there's the snap. Quarterback keeper. Look at this. Wide open. And just as simple as you please, just comes right around the left side. Big hole and about 30 yards.
Yeah, that's just quarterback draw. And we're playing man-to-man. And
I don't even know if you can call that a draw.
Yeah,
it's just he just took the snap and ran up the middle.
That's it. They just one block, and he's to the second level. He has been their whole offense, and he moves the chains again into Buckeye territory, 1st and 10 from the Buckeye 45.
Here's the snap. He drops back, looking to pass. He's going to be forced to run again. This time, nothing. He gets back maybe a yard.
Big Hagler comes in the game to spell Mr. Tyler as they keep that massive humanity in the front 4. Now you've got Bell that is moved down into a 6-man box, a 7-man box now with the outside end. And we're continuing to play man. So this just looks simple. Tackle number 1.
All right, they fake a jet sweep, and the quarterback goes up that same hole that he ran through the very first play at line of scrimmage. He's good for about 5 yards on that one. He's going to be 3 yards short of the first down.
Yeah, 3rd down and 3, probably 4 down territory here. the Buckeyes really need to get a negative play. So, again, man-to-man, only a 6-man box, so they have been daring number one to beat him with his legs, and so far he's doing exactly that.
All right, here's the snap. Quarterback keeper, left side again. Look at this hole, and he's going to score. Look at this.
Yeah, no excuse there. We're going to look at a tie ball game, and again, just forget everything else. Tackle number one. If we're going to play man-to-man like that, and you're going to let number one just run wild, that is playing to the strength of Sunnyvale. That's just scheme right there, and understanding that daring number one to beat you is probably not the right move. Against number 16, Jeff, absolutely that's the right move. But against number one, that is not the right move. And we're going to have a tie ball game. This third quarter could not start off any better for the Sunnyvale Raiders, and it's all because of Mr. Nelson Peterson.
Okay, here comes the extra point attempt by Sunnyvale. They have a really good kicker. There's the snap, and he is right down the middle. It is a 17-all ball game, folks, in the beginning of the third quarter. Sunnyvale came to play football.
Yeah, we'll be right back after these messages.
It's gonna be alright. How can you tell? I feel it in my heart. It's gonna be okay.
Juicy's Burgers, serving you for over 40 years.
To another day. It's gonna be alright.
All right, we're back. Tyler, Texas, where Sunnyvale Raiders have just scored. It is now 17-17 with 10:25 left to play in the third quarter. And Todd, I'm just not even sure what to say there.
Yeah, it's simple. If we're going to play man-to-man all over the field and take away the pass, which we've done, you better tackle number one, because number 16 is not a threat. I don't think we're going to see number 16 again as long as we're playing man-to-man. The Buckeye offense right now needs to assert itself and go down and score. Tarek Tate's going to take a return here.
Yep, down the right side. Got some room to run. Fumbles the football. It is on the ground, and it looked like Sunnyvale may have recovered the fumble. And if that is the case, they're going to have great field position. That is a big win for them if they come up with this fumble. They got it.
Yeah, so Sunnyvale, with all the momentum, comes out and scores, and then to Eric Tate trying to make something happen, fumbles the football. And right now, the Gilmer Buckeyes just basically coming out in the second half and letting Sunnyvale get right back in this game. Just unforced errors, poor tackling, literally kind of letting number one with his feet, who has burned you all night long. You stay in the same defense and run right down their throat, and now we turn the ball over again for the second time tonight, this time at our own 33-yard line. This might be a time for another defensive pick here to turn the momentum, as Sunnyvale's made this a 0-0 game, and now they've got the ball 1st and 10 at the Buckeye 33.
All right, Buckeyes stepping up, coming in heavy and hot. Look at this. Touchdown Sunnyvale, as he laid one right on the money. First play at the line of scrimmage, and Sunnyvale for the first time has gone up on top of the Buckeyes.
Yeah, just burned Dodd on a double move there from his man-to-man coverage. Just kind of went to sleep with his eyes in the backfield there and just got caught on the double move. They've tried to do that about 4 times tonight, and every time it's either been an overthrow or off the hands. That was laid in perfectly, and Sunnyvale now has scored literally within 2 minutes 2 straight touchdowns. And the Buckeyes better wake up, because it is a playoff game, and they're giving all the momentum right now to Sunnyvale.
Yeah, and that's the extra point is good. They may actually come out at this point and do the onside kick. You never know. I mean, to try to keep that momentum going, as you say.
Yeah, you better, because trust me, Coach Sinton knows he's playing with fire here.
Yeah.
But you cannot be in a better position. The Buckeyes right now better grab momentum by the scruff of the neck and not let it go for the rest of the night.
Well, we've got a lot of game left to play.
Oh,
We've got 2 full
game.
quarters, and don't worry if you're a Buckeye fan, they'll get this turned around. The momentum definitely was, the winds of momentum was blowing in Sunnyvale's favor that last, the first 2 minutes, not even 2 minutes And they've got 2 scores on the board.
Yeah, well, don't forget that they scored the last drive that they had it on the second half, too, on a broken
so they've
play.
scored 3 touchdowns.
3 unanswered touchdowns now.
3 touchdowns in literally, less than 3 minutes?
Less than 3 minutes, yep.
That is what you call momentum right there.
Yeah, and it's been helped by the Buckeyes. A turnover.
Yeah, see, they're going to do a little short kick. We call for a fair catch. Pate's got it, so that's good field position. 42-yard line, the Buckeyes are going to start. And expect them to come out and really get after it right here because they are aggravated at this point.
Yeah, hopefully this is a wake-up call for these Buckeyes who have kind of been flat all night long and got caught flat-footed to start the second half. Gave up a touchdown to number 1 with 3 straight runs, long runs when they didn't change anything. We didn't make any adjustments on defense halftime-wise. We felt like that we could get this done. And obviously after 2 straight touchdowns, it's backfired on us. And now the offense, which has been the strong point of the Buckeyes, they've taken away the run. Look at all those blue jerseys in the box, Jeff. They're daring us to throw the ball.
Yeah, they're going to cover every gap. We're going to hand it off anyway, and look at this. He luckily is able to break free from that, but they're basically just saying, we saw your film last week, and this is not going to happen tonight.
Yeah, they got
We're going to have to beat them around the edge, or we're going to have to beat them in the air. They're not giving us anything up the middle.
Yeah, and then that's going to come down to the Buckeyes' execution and quarterback play. You got Brendan Webb and to Eric Tate on the outside. But the Buckeyes going to have to.
Bill goes in motion. Here's the snap. Handoff once again. A little bit of room around the end. And look at that corner come up and make a tackle. What a play by number 23 coming out of his corner slot and making a tackle on the fastest man in high school football. That is a great defensive play. Nothing else you can say.
No, everything's keying on the run. If they hand it to number 1, everybody's coming that direction to the field side, the wide side of the field.
Yeah, we need a halfback pass play here, don't we?
Yeah, of
they're
course.
Coming hard. They're abandoning their routes.
Yeah, they're going to play the chains now with man-to-man coverage and expect us to throw this out route.
3rd and 7. We're going to the air here. Dropping back, looking to pass, rolling to the right, and they're gonna sack him. And I mean, Sunnyvale has got some momentum going right now. Buckeyes are going to be forced to punt.
Yeah, no, we got to punt the ball. 8:47, lots of time to play here. But the Buckeyes, just lack of execution on offense and so far lack of ability to stop number 1 on defense. And really, Jeff, there's not a whole lot of reason for it. But you've now breathed a whole lot of life into the Sunnyvale Raiders, who have really come up to this. We're out of bounds. There we go. We lined up off sides. We got to make something happen at this point.
Need a good punt here by Pate. And it goes kind of high, but not as far as normal, and takes a lateral bounce, doesn't get a good Buckeye bounce. That's going to put them at the 34-yard line, and Sunnyvale is fired up. Look at their coaching staff, high fives. They are excited about being in this game with the Gilmer Buckeyes, as they should be.
Well, let's see if
3 touchdowns within 3 minutes.
Yeah, and all on the legs of number 1. And, you know, the legs is what created the touchdown pass because Dodd got caught with his eyes in the backfield. And they're going to go with number 1 all the way in. That's good coaching by Coach Sinton there, understanding that is your offense. Go with the hot hand. And the Buckeyes simply are going to have to tackle him. Now we are still in man-to-man, playing exactly the same way. We are going to have to tackle number 1 because they're going to do the exact same thing they have done the last couple of drives.
All right, dropping back, looking to pass. Got it, man open. And they make that completion and get another first down. And they are offensively really moving the football.
Yeah, we cannot play soft and play man because they will dink and dunk their way right down the field. As now you got to be careful of the quarterback, number 1, but you got to be aggressive. And we've taken away the pass in the first half, and now suddenly Peterson able to throw the football.
All right, they're throwing little short routes. Number 5 there on the completion. That's good for 8 yards.
Into Buckeye territory now. Again, they're up 7, Jeff. So 7:50, half of this third quarter gone, and they will run the clock and protect this lead and continue to move the chains. But the Buckeyes are going to have to do something different on defense, and so far we're just keeping ourselves in man-to-man.
2 receivers left, 2 right. Quarterback keeper, he's going to that left side again, and this time Buckeyes sniff him out. He's actually chased down from behind by Butler, number 26.
Yeah, but they move the chains. It is a first down for Sunnyvale, so they're going to be able to keep this ball.
Kevin McDonald.
they're going to be able to keep this ball until about 4 minutes, even if the Buckeyes go 3 and out. And look for number 1. Let's see what kind of condition he's in too, Jeff, because he's only used to playing about 30, 35 snaps a game. And he is going to be the man if Sunnyvale is going to have a chance to win this game.
All right, here's the snap. It's another quarterback keeper, and this time Buckeyes are like all over him. They are going to drop him for a loss of 3, maybe 4. It'll be 2nd and 13.
Yeah, that is a little bit more like it, Jeff, in terms of getting pressure. Now you got 3rd and 13, and pretty much do the exact same thing that you did on that last play. Bring pressure, give him no time, play tight man-to-man defense, and back them up into maybe a negative or even a turnover top play. But this is a critical point in the game right now, Jeff. The Buckeyes have got to grab momentum, and they've got to get the ball back and go down and at least make this momentum change stop. 3 unanswered scores by Sunnyvale as they are going to take a timeout here, I think.
They're going to have to because they're going to get a delay of game. They had to take a timeout. They had 3 seconds down to 1 second on the play clock. Now, what you see those 2 receivers at the top of the screen, they're going to try to take those Buckeyes deep on that left side and open that same run that he's been doing. And our outside linebackers are the guys that have to be able to pick that up. That outside defensive end has got to be able to, as he's coming around, he's got to stay outside. He can't get sucked inside and get blocked down inside because that's opening up the left side for Peterson to run around the left side, as we've seen him do just multiple times tonight.
Contain, and it's these.
He's not run one time to the right side of the field.
It's always escape to his left. That's obviously his instinct, and because we playing man-to-man and run our guys exactly like you said, Jeff, off, there's nobody out there. When you've got a defensive lineman and it's a haggler, he's not going to chase down Nelson Peterson no matter how not totally athletic that he is. Obviously, he's not the Kilgore quarterback and not the Chapel Hill quarterback, but right now the Buckeyes are kind of playing into his strength because we're running away. I mean, we're playing man-to-man against all the other receivers, kind of trying to force him to do it with his legs, and he's delivered so far. Here's a big 2nd down and 13.
So let's see what they do. Watch the top of your screen up here, the top 2 receivers, see if they go deep down the sideline. They do. They throw across the middle. It goes incomplete. But look over there. See how much green grass is on that left side over there?
Exactly. Nothing, nobody home. And that's how this defense is designed. I mean, it's very simple. When you're playing man-to-man coverage, you run those guys off, and everybody's got their backs turned to the ball. If he can get outside, he's got almost unlimited yardage. Good news for the Buckeyes is an incomplete pass stops the clock. And right now the Buckeyes want to at least get a couple of more possessions in the 3rd quarter and go into the 4th quarter with a little momentum.
3rd and 13. Here's the snap. Drops back. He's going to run for it, and Buckeyes have got him. They pull him down quick. Number 16 there, Lofton, in on the tackle.
Yeah, and smartly they will go punt right here and try to pin the Buckeyes deep, and that's about the only thing that they can do. The punting team has been great. I tell you what, this kicker, not only is he a great kicker, punting the ball, he punts it away from the dangerous returners. Webb's going to stand right in the middle of the field, but watch him punt this all the way out to the numbers on the left-hand side. Try to pin the Buckeyes deep here.
Coach is next to us yelling safety over here. And they're going to punt it. It's going to hit the ground. And look at this. They're going to stop it on the 1-yard line. You just couldn't ask for a better set of circumstances for Sunnyvale in this 3rd quarter. I mean, the last 7 minutes has been the best 7 minutes of their entire season, I'm sure, as they have scored 3 touchdowns and got a turnover on the Buckeyes, and then now have punted down to the 3-yard line. I mean, you couldn't script it any better.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's just right now the Buckeyes' back's against the wall, and they're going to have to throw some haymakers and come out swinging.
Well, they're certainly capable of doing it. Let's see if they can get it done here on this series. Handoff, number 1, Will Henderson bounces out to the right side, and they just pursue. I mean, man, they get to the ball so quickly.
Yeah, and Jeff, they've worked on this all week. When obviously you're backed up, that's 2 yards and 3 yards on a 1st down play. When you're backed up against your goal line, that's pretty much what you have to do. You don't have any choice in the matter. Will doing a good job there, just bouncing that to the outside and picking up 2 good yards. A couple of 1st downs right now is what the Buckeyes need. But then after that, the Buckeyes need some explosive plays and to get these guys back on their heels. Look at all those blue jerseys in the box.
Low snap, dropping back, quarterback keeper. And what a great athletic move there by Caden Tennyson to get us out to the 20-yard line. First down and a little breathing room. Good job there by Caden Tennyson.
Yeah, hurdles the tackler. We got a hurt player down now for Sunnyvale that's going to stop the clock. 4:37 left in the third quarter, and Jeff, as you said, 3 unanswered scores, 1 to end the half, and then we took the knee with 16 seconds left to end the half. It took them 4 plays to go score a touchdown behind the legs of number 1. We turned the ball over on the kickoff, and then they throw a pass that is just a double move on us when we're playing man-to-man. No safety help over the top. And just like that, it's 24-17. And don't look now, but the Buckeye offense has gone 5 straight drives and laid an egg. We have scored on our first, second, and third possessions, but after that, really just kind of stagnant on offense. So that was a good scramble to get us some breathing room there by Caden Tennyson out to about the, let's call it the 18.5-yard line. But now we got some breathing room, but 4:37 left. You got to think, Jeff, we maybe have 4 possessions left if we don't create a turnover. We need to score on every possession, and we need to get some stops.
Yeah, that's for sure. I tell you, I've never seen more momentum in a football game, or I haven't in recent memory, where a team has had better fortune in such a short period of time. But Buckeyes are certainly capable of breaking your back in a heartbeat and with big plays. So let's look forward to them doing that here. Empty back set. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. It's 1st and 10 from the 20.
Now look at
actually the 18.
Look at all the right down this 30-yard line. They're playing right at the sticks. That's called sticks coverage. So they're giving us everything short and not getting anything over the top.
So we're going to throw a little short pass there. Number 3, Tate, 12-yard gain and a first down out past the 30.
So basically what they're saying is if you're going to score, you're going to take a lot of time and you're going to have to march down the field and you're going to have to not make mistakes. Just to
Did
really
you see that? Like 4 safeties, basically.
Well, it's called cover 4. They're playing man. They're playing right at the chains, and everything's designed to keep
5
everything.
guys back deep. Look at that.
And we're in
nothing over the middle.
An empty set.
They're dumping it out to Henderson here, and Henderson just bowls his way forward and taking what they'll give us. They're going to be 7 yards on that carry. And I mean, they just basically have 2 layers. They've got the line, and then they've got their safety line in the back, and they're breaking to the ball.
And that's cover 4 on the back end. Just
now
smart way to play the Buckeyes.
They're going back now with their linebacker set. Quarterback keeper up the middle. Tennyson. Good for a couple, but not quite.
Not first
to
down
the first
yardage.
Down.
Well, here comes number 0 again, Jeff, and watch this offside defensive end again. Now it may be that Bell's the blocker on this play for Will.
Yeah, they're leaving Will in.
We need to.
Do you remember they upended him on a little short 1-yard run here? Watch this middle linebacker come up too. Here's the snap, handoff. Henderson easily up the middle, down the field, and by. He's going to take this one all the way to the house. And that is what we've been waiting for all night long.
Exactly. It did not take long, and it only takes 1 block, and Will Henderson says, see you later, guys, as he goes 64 yards for the touchdown. And the Buckeyes extra point away from making this back to a 0-0 score with 3 minutes left in the third quarter.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there, but 0, Bell, is a little gimpy down there. He's kind of limping around. And I'm not sure if he turned his thing. You see him favoring that ankle down there. That's not a good thing. Hopefully he's going to be able to walk that off on this next series. Here's the snap. Good clean hold by Will. And right through the uprights. And the Buckeyes back up with the tie, 24-24. And that looked like the Buckeyes that we're used to seeing right there. I'll tell you what. Let's hand it to Sunnyvale. These guys, man, they came to play.
Game plan.
They came to play.
Now, they watched film last week, Jeff, and they basically decided, okay, we are not going to allow you to run the football. And they knew they had a great linebacker. They knew that they could eat blocks and let those linebackers run and tackle. That's exactly what they've done. They play cover 4 on the back end. You see those 4 safeties across the back end, 10 yards deep, and they're going to keep everything in front of them.
You talk about using your talent wisely.
This
is exactly a good game plan. This is a good defensive game plan.
And on the other side of the ball, the Buckeyes kind of came out and said, okay, you like to throw it all over the yard. We're going to play man-to-man. and we are going to get pressure on the quarterback. Now, when number 16's in the game, Jeff, I think they have 6 total yards of offense. I mean, it's not even close. Everything right now is predicated on number 1 and his ability to escape. And when we're playing man-to-man, there's no help. And he has just hit us for a couple of big runs and a nice pass. And that is 21 of the 24 points that they have.
All right, there's the pooch kick. It's going to be fielded, fair catch on the 18-yard line. So here comes that Sunnyvale offense once again, and we got a little extra curricular after the whistle blown down there. Luckily not called against the Buckeyes. That was a potential unsportsmanlike that we just dodged.
Let's see here what the Buckeye defense does once again as 16 comes back in at quarterback, Jeff. I don't know that I go with that. Now I think the man-to-man defense.
Todd, leave them alone. Let them do their thing, bro.
Yeah, you know what? I hope he stays in every single play. But watch the difference in this offense when 16 is there.
Well, don't speak too soon. He may pull up here in a minute and throw a 60-yard bomb down the field. He's capable. They hand off, and that's going to be good for maybe 3 yards with forward momentum. 2nd and 7. So they're going to go to the air here. So here comes Sunnyvale to the line of scrimmage. One back in the backfield. Tight set. Here's the snap. Rolling to his left side, looking to pass. Downfield he goes. Almost
intercepted.
Off. Number 15 there, right through the hands of Easley. And that could have been great for the Buckeyes to kind of switch the momentum here.
Yeah, and this is really our second-team secondary that is in the game playing man-to-man. So we're sold out to this concept, Jeff, and as long as number 16's in there, I'm all for it. Because once again, it's 3rd down and long, and I think number 16 doesn't probably have 20 yards of offense. He has not made a first down all night.
There's the snap. He's dropping back, rolling.
There's the difference,
and he's going to get sacked right there.
There's the difference. He cannot escape. He is not number 1, and why on earth I feel sorry for the guy.
42, no Trey Lee, first guy there, and they're going to have to punt. 4th and 13, and the momentum switched sides a little bit there to the Buckeyes.
Yeah, Jeff, I just got to tell you, if that's Peterson in on that play, he escapes around the right end and we're chasing him, and he may make a first down out of.
I'm not sure why they're what the strategy is. I really not.
They've alternated him in all cases all year long, and here is a really good punt once again away from.
Yeah, nice punt there. This guy's got a good leg.
He's a great punter.
He flips the field all the way to the 35-yard line, 36-yard line of the Buckeyes. Now, I will offer you this. We were told by the broadcast team before the game that I believe it was Peterson that would not get a start tonight because of a discipline issue.
Yes.
And so we may be seeing them, the coaches, it's an integrity thing. You know what I mean?
They've done it all year. I mean, there's not a single film that they're not switching literally every series. This is the first time that I think that they played him more than one series.
Drops back to the right side, throws on the run, and again, Turf Monster gets us. They just slide down. That was intended. It was a great pass. It was intended for Webb, and he just slid down. It was thrown a little behind him, actually. He had to slide down.
He tried to hit the brakes, but we've got another Sunnyvale player that's down. I think it's cramps. That may be an issue as we enter the fourth quarter, too, is conditioning. But I got to tell you, Jeff, right now, we just got to look at this as a one-quarter game. It's 0-0. It's a 24-24 score, and the Buckeyes need to exit this field having put at least 40 points on the board. That is basically meaning that they're going to get this possession and probably 2, if not 3 more. They need to score every drive and keep 3 and out in them and just continuously turn up the pressure because Sunnyvale's by no means out of this football game right now. But some of their key players from a defensive standpoint down there cramping up and not. Number 3 is already cramped up and walked off the field. And I think that may be the same guy that was suffering from cramps before. And that's exactly what they're doing is they're just trying to stretch him out. So let's take a quick timeout break and come right back after these messages.
At First National Bank, together we're better. We're a regional bank, big enough for all of East Texas, that cares and is invested in the people and communities we serve. With the strength and services to meet the needs of every customer, big or small. From business financing for big companies and small mom and pops to our family of personal banking customers. First National Bank of East Texas. Together, we're better. And we think that's kind of a big deal.
All right, we're back. Tyler, Texas. 2nd and 10. Buckeyes have the ball on their own 36-yard line. And injured player still leaving the field, and he's got cramps, and we've been there before, and it hurts. That's his second time to get pulled out of the game with cramps. And so they're going to probably have to find another solution for him.
Yeah. And he's matched up man-to-man against Tarek Tate there in that cover 4 defense that they play. And look for a double move here. A double move, if they can get these guys aggressive, the Buckeyes may score on another long touchdown here in a big hurry.
All right. Everybody stacked to the right side. They're going to give it to Will. He's got room around the end. He's going to pick up a first down. Look at him. Turn on the Jets.
See you later.
Score.
See you later.
Score. 10-5. Touchdown.
See ya.
And that was a great lineup. Did you see how they had everybody stacked to the right?
All you got to do is put a body on a body and get out of number one's way. That is
and he just
not
weaved
fair,
through
folks.
traffic and was never touched.
Second time
everybody picked up their blocks. Look at this around the right side there. We're looking at the
that is
replay.
65 yards.
And everybody stayed on their blocks. Look at that last block there, I think, by Tarek Tate.
Yeah.
And that is the second rushing touchdown there for
now
Will
Will's got
Henderson.
2 touchdowns and 130 yards on 2 carries in the second half.
No kidding.
That is what you want to see. What everybody came to see is Will run. And so much for that. We're going to stop the run as the Buckeyes go up a touchdown. And with 1:15 left in the third quarter. And, Jeff, you get the feeling that what you're going to see now is the Buckeyes absolutely put the pedal to the metal.
Lay their ears back.
Yeah,
I mean,
just basically
they were like, man, we got to stop this. I mean, let's go back and talk about that for a second, Todd. Think about it. Within 7 minutes, the last basically play of the first half, and then the first 5 or 6 minutes of the third quarter, you had 3 touchdowns, an interception, and
a fumble. 2 turnovers.
Well, yeah.
2 turnovers.
No, excuse me, the fumble, the turnover, yeah.
So the interception was sooner.
Yeah.
That's true. So you're not counting that first one to start things.
Yeah, but 3 touchdowns
from the
and
last
a turnover.
drive of the last drive of the first half into the first 3 minutes of the second half, Sunnyvale turned the ball over, turned the ball over once and scored 3 touchdowns. And so far now we have scored 2 unanswered touchdowns to come back to lead 31-24. And how on earth that they have pulled out number 1, who has been the entire show, is beyond me. I think he comes back in the game now.
Kick.
Look
It's
out.
going to hit the turf. It's bouncing around. And number 5 gets it out past the 25 to the 26. And so here comes Sunnyvale again. I'm sure they'll bring number 1 in on this series. That's Peterson. And again, for those of you that maybe are just joining the broadcast, this is Adrian Peterson's
little brother.
And he has been their entire offense tonight so far.
Yeah, now, folks, he's not Adrian Peterson.
No.
I mean, no, nowhere close.
Hey, he's a fine athlete.
He is the best athlete on Sunnyvale's team, but he may be the 7th or 8th best athlete on Gilmer's team comparatively. But he is the whole show right now with his legs at quarterback. The Buckeyes simply have to tackle him.
All right, he drops back, throws a little screen pass, and look at this. We're on him immediately. Look at the Buckeyes swarm to the football, drop for a loss of 3, and that is Buckeye football right there.
That's exactly right, Jeff. As we tick down under a minute left to play here in this third quarter, which the momentum swing early for the first half of the third quarter was all Sunnyvale, and now it is all Buckeyes as the third quarter comes to an end and we approach the fourth quarter. And you get Coach sitting there that's basically saying, look, we want to milk this clock down as far as we can and try to find a way to get number 1 out into space because we're playing the same man coverage we played all night. It's pretty obvious we're committed to this.
Here's the snap. Jet sweep, quarterback keeper, left side. They sniffed it out. Get him down, boys. Get him down. And they made contact. He's able to drive forward about 4 or 5 yards after they made contact for a gain of 5, a net gain of 2. That's going to be 3rd and 8 for Sunnyvale, back deep in their own territory.
Let me play offensive coordinator here, Jeff, for Sunnyvale, because you've had 2 plays that work. Number 1 is the double move, trying to get these very aggressive defensive backs playing man-to-man coverage to suck up and play the first move and then go over the top. And the second is pull it down and run, and hopefully you've run all the guys off. We go into the fourth quarter, Buckeyes leading 31-24. We now have the advantage, but this 3rd down is going to be a huge play, Jeff, as we come back into
if you can force them to have to punt right here.
And go score, and then
I feel
totally
a lot
different.
better. I'm still, you're not out of the woods because we saw them score 3 touchdowns in such a short period of time earlier.
Well, with 17 points on the board, I'd say we got to score 40 points when we walk off the field. Right now, we're a lot closer to that at 31 with 12 minutes left to play. The Buckeyes have put up so many 4 touchdown, much less 3 or 2 touchdown quarters in their history. And we know how fast that they can score. But right now, having had a kind of an off night against a team that really schemed us as well as they could do it and played as well as they could play.
They really have.
We're taking, this is the best Sunnyvale's played all year. I watched every film they had. They haven't been close to this, but they have also found a thing that works with number 1 at quarterback and just committing to that. I would make the argument that had they gone with number 1 every single series, it might be even closer than this.
Well, I'm going to tell you, they schemed a good defensive game tonight so far.
Very much.
Their offense has been all broken plays.
Yeah, now watch this. Here we come.
All right, here's the snap. Dropping back, looking to pass. Got a little out route, and I think he drops it. No, he dropped that one. Didn't have possession as he was moving out of bounds, so that is going to bring up
4th
and 8, and they're pinned deep on the 28. So that means they're going to have to punt, and if they don't get a good punt here, regardless, we're going to get a good field position here.
As long as numbers 80 is on the field, I'm sure they're going to get a good punt. He's going to punt this all the way to the numbers away from Tarek Tate.
Tarek Tate's due for a punt
big
return.
Play, yeah.
He's due.
He's playing on the near hash. He may try to sneak over. He's watched this all night long. His number 80 is a great punter.
Okay, and this was a bad punt for him as it goes out of bounds around the 45-yard lines. That is great field position for the Buckeyes, and that was his worst punt of the night.
Yeah, by far. And you notice he punted to his right that time, and that's the first time he hasn't punted away from our kick returners to the left. I think he's just more comfortable doing it that way. He kind of had to turn his body, kind of went off the side of his foot there, and gives the Buckeyes excellent starting field position at the 45 as we have the first drive of the fourth quarter. And as we said, Jeff, I think we're going to get 3 possessions this quarter, if not more, and we need to score on every one of them.
All right, here's the snap. Handoff. Number 7, Webb, cuts it up the middle. He's good for maybe 3 yards on the carry.
Yeah, you see number 22 scrape and make the tackle.
I'm telling you, man, this number 22, he's been fun to watch tonight.
He has.
That middle linebacker there for Sunnyvale is just he is a man.
Yeah, if we had a transfer portal, I'd be recruiting him. I'm telling you.
He just gets to the ball. You don't see a lot of dominant middle linebackers, or we haven't this year, but this is maybe the best one we've seen. There's the snap, handoff, up the middle. Henderson diving forward, maybe picks up 2, maybe 3.
Good hard-nosed running by Will. Yeah, brings it down to 3rd down. Very manageable, 3rd and maybe 3 yards, but we're in 4-down territory here. Again, they're going to key on Will, and it just comes down to offensive execution here, and nothing too hard. We're still at about 11 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter.
You got to feel like they got to put it on the ground right here. They got to try to figure out how to get 3 yards out of this. And Sunnyvale, certainly he lowers his head, and he is going to be just shy of the 1st down, maybe by a yard. So I haven't seen Bell back in the game. There he is. He's back in the game.
You called it.
Bell's back in the game.
And Will comes out of the game.
Okay, so they're going to hand off to Bell here, and I hope his that ankle, we watched him be a little gimpy a while ago after the last series. So hopefully he'll be good there. This is huge right here. 4th and 1.
They do not have a guy over on the left-hand side.
And they're going to hand it to Bell. He easily, they're going to blow that dead. There is a penalty. And if that is illegal procedure, against the Buckeyes, that's going to be tough because that's going to be 4th and 6. It is. That is a backbreaker right there, buddy. So now we're probably going to have to go to the air.
I think we punt the ball here. I think Allen's got a 7-point lead. We're going to punt the ball.
No, they're going to go for it. Ball on the 50. Yep, they're going to punt it.
Your defense has played great so far. You're going to hope they bring number 16 in, which would be a bad mistake. But the Buckeyes are going to punt here. And again, just a self-inflicted wound. We needed to score every single possession. We've got a touchdown lead. Again, you only have to win a game by 1 point. But for the Buckeyes, it's just a self-inflicted wound. Here's Pate on the punt. And this is going to be a good one if they don't catch it.
They do catch it on the
Very
20-yard
smart.
line.
Good play there by number 5 for Sunnyvale that catches the ball on the 20 and saves them probably.
He's been a good little player tonight, too.
Yeah, he really has. About 8 yards. And the black flag comes back on, needing to make a stop. Sunnyvale with 9:33 left to play in this game. A touchdown out of it. Just a one-score lead for the Buckeyes. And we are going to have to really play well on defense on this series. Number 1, Peterson, is going to finish this game. He's their only chance. He comes back in at quarterback. And for the Buckeyes, let's see with these backup defensive backs, we're going to go man-to-man. Let's see what happens here.
All right, here's the snap. Drops back, looking to pass. They're trying to contain him, and they're going to sack him. Drop him for a loss of 5.
And most importantly, we contained him. So before we sacked him, that is...
defensive line doing a good job of closing that gap. You watch how they're closing without gap.
Yeah, Cameron Brown does a great job containing outside. Does not sell out for the inside swim move and let him outside. And sure enough, coverage holds up on the back end, forces him to hold the ball, and we got him behind the chains.
You see how they collapse that pocket with a full half circle around him?
That is where it's got to
That's
stay.
what you want. Here's the snap. He's dropping back deep. Going to try to run forward, and then he's forced to grounding.
That is intentional grounding because it did not get back to the line of scrimmage.
That
they
should
called
be
that
grounding
against Caden. And let's see if they call it here.
Let's see if they're going to call it here. They should.
They are saying that there was a receiver in the area, and he dodges a bullet there because that would have been a loss of down.
Yeah, we threw the ball earlier. It was at our tackle, Rocha. That doesn't count.
So 3rd and 13, a huge play here for the Buckeyes to get out 3 and out and get good field position and hopefully get some offensive momentum.
All right, here's the snap. Dropping back, looking to pass. Overthrown.
Incomplete.
Overthrown, incomplete. And that is going to be, they want another interference call. It is 4th and 15. They're going to have to punt. We're going to get the ball back, thank goodness, with good field position.
Yeah, as the coaching staff wearing out the officials down there. Bird was playing man-to-man, and I would have probably thrown that flag. But that's their offense, Jeff. They're trying to get a penalty flag and try to do that. If the referees let you play it all, you're in big trouble. Let's see here if to Eric Tate, the ever dangerous. Let's see if he figures out how to get his hands on one here. He's standing at his at the 42-yard line of Sunnyvale.
All right, here's the snap. It is a good one, and they get off a nice punt this time. That one is going to bounce, and Tarek's going to let it go, and that was a great punt all the way to the 31-yard line of the Buckeyes.
Yeah.
Good field position. Buckeyes coming in, needing to score.
Yeah, to Eric.
8:37 left to play in this game. They lead 31-24. Need to capitalize here, get a little distance, and really put the pressure on Sunnyvale.
Yeah, to Eric really beating himself up there because he didn't field that punt. He had a couple of really weird bounces. Bounced up just high enough to keep going. I am too.
Yeah,
he played it safe.
He was tempted. You could see him wanting to get it.
He very much was tempted.
He was like, "I snag it."
We'll take it on the 30-yard line, 1st and 10 Buckeyes.
Trip receivers to the left side. Hand off to Will around the left side. He's having to go the long way. And they're going to get him for a loss of 3.
Yeah, they have just been very well coached. And that play takes way too long to develop.
That play takes too long to develop. It just does.
3-yard loss on that play. Second down and 13.
He had to come from all the way to the other side. And just couldn't hold. You can't hold your blocks that long.
Yeah. And especially not when those guys are pursuing. Now, if Will Henderson could throw the football, that halfback pass would be there all day long.
All right, empty back set. Quick pass, complete to Eric Tate out there. Going to be good for about 7 or 8 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 6.
So what that play right there tells me, Jeff, is that Alan Metzel is not going to hesitate to go for it on 4th down if it's 4th and manageable here. He is just telegraphed the fact that this is 2-down territory with that short route, making it 3rd down and manageable 5 yards. Look for us to do something underneath and try to get a run after the catch here.
All right, here's the snap. Fakes the handoff, drops back. Plenty of time. Got a receiver. Nice catch there by number 7, who just squats down and makes the catch. Doesn't worry about trying to run. It was a low pass. Well-thrown ball and a critical 1st down there.
That's good execution. Caden saw it a little bit late, but he saw it. He delivered the football. A little bit low, but he delivered it.
Yeah,
so we'll
see
take
his
the first
poise
down.
in the pocket, though,
Very
how poised
much.
he was. There's the snap. He's looking to his left side, going long.
Nice
Go
ball.
route. And we got to get an interference call on this one. You're kidding. They're saying both are eligible receivers. And that is going to be no penalty call for the Buckeyes.
Yeah, and
so we're going to call that good defense.
That is good defense for one reason, Jeff, because the defensive back turned around to play the ball.
And they're both eligible receivers
That's
at that
exactly
point.
right. Both of them have an ability to go get the ball when he turns around and turns his head. Had he not turned his head around, that would be an interference call. So we take our shot on 1st down, and it is 2nd and 10, and that cover 4 is working really well. So
Haven't
far
run a
for-
post all night tonight, if you noticed that. Nothing across the middle. Caden Tennyson, the keeper. And he is going to run all the way to the outside. Not a lot out there. Look at this guy. Turn nothing into something. He gets a nice 7-yard run there, which he should have lost probably 2. And does a good job scrambling for his life and gives the Buckeyes some 3rd and manageable.
Yeah, he's elusive with his feet, and that was all instinct right there to pick up 7 yards. And this is definitely 4-down territory, Jeff. So look for the Buckeyes to keep the ball on the ground right here. 6:32 left to play in this ball game, and the Buckeyes driving on a drive that they really critically need a score on.
All right, here's the handoff up the middle. Smith, look at this. Gets out in open field, big 1st down, 10-yard run, and another 1st down, and Buckeyes are eating clock. It's 6:16 left to play in the 4th quarter.
And did I see a flag fly in there, Jeff?
I didn't see it. If you would have seen one fly in there, it would either
there's
been,
a flag, and it is going to be
Is that
against
gonna be a
its face
hold?
mask. It's a face mask against Will Henderson, and that's going to move us up another 15 yards as Coach Metzel was out there to ask what the play was.
Lucky break there for the Buckeyes. After the 1st down, you're going to get another 15 on top of that. I'm sure it was an unintentional face mask, but they count for 15 just the same. So that puts the Buckeyes down on the 20-yard line. They lead by 7 with 6:16 left to play in the 4th. And now the Buckeyes are 1st and 10 from their own 21-yard line. You feel good, Todd, if you can get in here right now and go up 2 scores.
Yeah, and here comes the fresh legs of Mr. Smith.
All right, Dervais Smith's going to get the handoff. Nope. They're going to try to dump it out to number 7, Webb, and Caden is just upset with himself because he just easiest thrown ball tonight, that the easiest pass he had, and he just kind of throws it in the dirt.
Yeah, just off the mark, big time. And Caden just has not had a good game throwing the football. And we hadn't seen much of Edmonds, who's come in for 1 series, but you have seen the value that Caden adds with his legs and turning nothing into something and keeping the chains moving. He's made good decisions when he runs the football, and then he's run it well. So all in all, if Caden can add that passing component to his game, boy, it makes this Buckeye offense a lot different.
All right, they're doing a little quick route here. Nice. Number 13, Jeremiah Noble on the reception, and his forward progress there is going to get him almost a 1st down. He's just 1 yard shy. So it's going to be 3rd and 1. You got the big man in there. Let's see what they're going to do.
Yeah, we'll take it. And the big man leading the way for Smith is going to be down your throat. Here it comes. As we've seen this Sunnyvale team and that middle linebacker 22 really lead the way in the box, but here it comes right at you.
All right, handoff to Smith. Big hole. And Smith, look at him breaking tackles, bouncing to the left side, touchdown. And what a run by Smith.
That is Duvray being the best backup in the state.
What a run by Smith.
Let me tell you guys, that's a all-state running back that is backing up the fastest 17-year-old on this continent. And I am so glad to have him as the backup because he shows you his value right there and how talented he is. And the Buckeyes, with 5:26 left, kind of put the first nail in this coffin, 36-24, and really put all the pressure in the world right back on Sunnyvale.
What a great run by Smith.
You knew it was coming, and they hit him, but they didn't stop him. Good hold.
Got a low snap, and Will Gross able to pick it up and get it on the tee quickly. Buckeyes extend their lead 38-24, and if Buckeye fans are able to breathe a little bit easier now with 5:26 left to play, we'll be right back after this word.
Please join Jeff Rash and Alan Metzel each Monday morning for the Gilmer Buckeyes Coaches Show. Every week, Jeff and Alan discuss elements of the program, speak with special guests, give player updates, review key plays from the prior week, and give insights on the opponent for the current week. As a fan, this is your chance to go into the locker room and behind the scenes. To view the Coaches Show, go to GilmerBuckeyes.com and click on the Coaches Show button. Go Buckeyes!
Yeah, quicker than this.
All right, we are back. Tyler, Texas, where the Buckeyes just scored.
Wait, Jeff, I'm going to try it. Are you ready?
You give it a shot.
We are back to Trinity Mother Frances Tyler Rose Stadium in Earl Campbell Field, and it's the fourth quarter, and I got it right.
Man, you left out Tyler ISD, so you don't get points for that one. Lining up for another pooch kick is number 32, Pate. And here it is. Nice long pooch kick. Going to be fielded on the 20-yard line and dropped by number 5. Picks it up, finds a gap up the middle. This is a hard runner right here. This number 5 return guy here.
And look who makes the tackle. The guy
number
that
14,
ran the touchdown,
yeah,
Mr. Smith. He is also a valuable special teams player. He's just a football player, guys. That's all there is to it. Dervay Smith is a hoss now. He and Trillian Butler, those guys are football players.
He's fun to watch. He's fun to watch. He's been fun all year.
Well,
I just hate that he's a senior.
Oh, I wish we had about 2 more years on his contract for sure.
All right, let's see what Sunnyvale's got in store. They're kind of backs against the wall right now. They're going to play basketball if they don't make it happen here. And Buckeyes are going to drag him down, and he better be glad that he fell when he did. Because I'm going to tell you what.
Was coming for his head.
He nearly got decapitated by Zero. Aaron Bill was coming.
Yeah, Zero is about all you're going to see.
A millisecond later, and he would have been decapitated.
Yeah, and look at the job the front and Coach Tommy Edwards, who's a defensive line coach,
snap,
has done.
Picks it up, throws a wild one down the sideline. Number 2 running for it, and it's just overthrown.
Yeah, and the referees are not having it right now in terms of the hold, and Coach Stanton really giving it to him. And Bird knows exactly what he can get away with and exactly what he can't. That unfortunately turns into 3rd down and 13 and stops the clock, Jeff. So only one play away here from turning another 3 and out, the 4th straight 3 and out that they would have had since those 3 unanswered touchdowns.
What a momentum shift. Buckeyes coming hard. Got a jailbreak over here on the left side, and that is the longest run from a back besides the quarterback tonight.
Yeah.
And that is a big one as we stunted on the outside, and they just ran inside.
Yeah, Castillo was just holding contained and forgot about the running back, and that moves the chains for Sunnyvale and gives them some life. 1st and 10 from midfield.
All right, dropping back to pass under some pressure. Throws a sloppy ball as he's hit from behind, and they're going to throw a penalty here.
Is
that going to be roughing the passer?
That is going to be roughing the passer.
Man, I wish they just let them play football. This whole roughing the passer thing drives me bananas. Oh, come on, man. That was clean. I saw him he caught him from behind. That was a clean shot. He had a shot at knocking the ball out of his hand.
Yeah.
That's 15 yards, 1st down right there. Puts him in great field position.
That's also the white hat thinking that he saw holding on some of those previous plays with no flag and decided that, you know what, here's my opportunity to get some things even. And yeah, I mean.
And if you don't think that happens,
are you kidding
you haven't watched football. They'll take some that they miss and they'll give it back to them. And that is a big catch and almost a touchdown.
And that is offensive pass interference that was not called. As he's pushing off and pushing off and pushing off, and does a push at the last second and to make himself open. And there's one that did not get called in the Buckeyes' favor as Levin just went out and said, okay, we're going to play Buckeye, or we're going to play big boy football. And now this is the time with 4:11 that the Buckeyes need to at least stop them on 3 plays here and run a little bit of clock and not let them get in a score here with the Buckeyes up 2 touchdowns because they will kick an onside kick.
All right, we got the big boys up front. We're going to fill every gap and see if we can't keep them out of the end zone here. They're going to go right up the gut.
Yeah, they're going to have to burn a timeout here. They're not going to get the snap off.
That is going to be delay a game, and the referee caught it just in time. And that is big time. That is awesome. If you're a Buckeye fan, that is fantastic news right there. That'll back them up 5.
No, they called timeout, Jeff.
Oh, they got the timeout in under the wire. They've had to do that several times tonight, right at the wire.
Well, again, Jeff, I do think the Buckeyes are going to come out victorious tonight, but they have not played their best game. I mean, let's just be honest about it.
Boy, they had a good strategy coming into this football game.
Sunnyvale absolutely have played about 110% of what I thought they were capable of playing, and the Buckeyes just missed some execution opportunities. I don't think that they played bad. I think that the Buckeye offense goes as the quarterback goes, and Sunnyvale came out and basically said, you are not going to have number one. Now Will has gotten loose for 135 yards on 2 carries and 2 touchdowns, so you cannot keep him bottled up forever. He will just explode on you. And fortunately for Buckeyes, he has, because that's the difference in the game right now with 38-24 with 4 minutes and 9 seconds left in this game. But Sunnyvale, all in all, has basically said, we're going to stop the run. And your quarterback, good luck in beating us. And Caden, quite frankly, just has not totally done that.
Well, I'm going to tell you, we have the potential to stop this. We've seen it before in the red zone several times. So we've got all the humanity, the biggest boys on both sides of the field. They're going to run this to the left side. And Buckeyes, look at this. Boom, drops him. And he somehow or another
There's a fumble.
Finds his way back upfield.
Yeah, they're going to say that he was down as Aaron Bell came in and just tried to lay a haymaker. But they're going to call this down at the 3-yard line. And that's basically going to be a half-yard gain. And it was a huge price to pay for half a yard. Clock continues to run now, and that is good news for the Buckeyes as number 1's coming out of the game, Jeff. So Aaron Bell did land a haymaker on Peterson, who comes out of the game. Now 16 comes in. They're going to have to run the ball with a running back here.
Okay, and they got some confusion out there.
And 5 seconds left. They better snap it quick.
They get the snap off. They hand it to 0. He turns upfield, and we drive him back. He gets forward momentum to about the 2, it looked like, though.
Yeah, Hagler said, no way, no chance, no how, as we got some scuffles pushing and shoving. But let me tell you something. The Buckeye Black Flag defense has their hair on the back of their neck standing up right now.
They laid their ears back, man. This has got to be frustrating.
Yeah, they are saying bring it. And here comes number 1 back again into the game. And, again, he's their only chance. As I think he keeps it here one more time, and he tries to run it probably around the left side.
There's no question what they're going to do. He is going to try to find a gap. There's the ball, and Buckeyes get him. And
he's short.
They're saying he's short, but they still have one more opportunity. And so Buckeyes, I think we're going to have one more play here. Oh, they fumbled it into the end zone, and they recovered it. It's a touchdown for Sunnyvale. So they are going to be back within 1 score.
And they will be onside
They will be onside kicking it and coming out.
They've got 1 timeout left, Jeff. So we will, number 1, try special teams to make sure that we recover this onside kick. But this is a game that with 2:26 left to play is a whole lot closer than it should be, for sure. And Coach Metzel wants to get out of here with a win and forget this game as quickly as possible, and probably move on tomorrow to, I would imagine, the Van Vandals, who play tomorrow night. And we will get probably no information on where that game will be until tomorrow night when that game's played.
Yeah, well, we got to get out of this one first.
Exactly.
Here comes the snap. It'd sure be great to have a block right here. But they're going to get it in there as they got a great kicker. 2:29 left to play. And we got a fight down here that's going to go against somebody. You just hope it's not, that penalty's not going to be assessed against us at the kickoff, because that is something you just do not need when you're in this position. 38-31, 2:29 left to play. They're going to onside kick it. If this penalty goes against the Buckeyes and they kick from our 45.
Here's the call. Yeah, that's against Sunnyvale. So they're going to back up 15 yards. And if they're going to onside kick, they are going to give the Buckeyes unbelievable
now that
field
changes
position.
a lot
That
because
does.
now all of a sudden you're onside kicking with it's not as that would make me so furious as a coach.
Yeah, I'm just furious because now instead of kicking from the 40, they're going to back up and kick this from the 25.
Well, it doesn't look like it. They're lining up on the 40.
No, they just haven't walked the ball back. But they think the kicker is not sure what that means because he's going to back that up 15 yards and he's going to tell them right now, hey, you pick it up.
No, he's not. They're kicking for the 40.
No way. It's a personal foul. It gets marked off. It's unsportsmanlike conduct. That's 15-yard penalty.
Well, okay.
What is going on here?
I'm not sure. But this will definitely be an onside kick. You can guarantee that. And you've got to get this one. If you get it, you get this kick, and you can run the clock out. Okay, he's taking a bounce, and look at here, good one. Kicked it right to Eric, and it went out of bounds. So that's big time. Buckeyes have great field position with 2:29 left. And how many timeouts do they have left? They have one. They can stop the clock once.
That means pretty much a first down, Jeff, is going to do it here with a 40-second play clock.
Yeah, Buckeyes got to stay in bounds, keep everything inside, and pick up, a first down, and they should be able to get out of here with the win and eat up all the clock. Handoff, up the middle, fumble.
Get out of here.
Fumble, and they got the ball.
Get out of here. Will Henderson fumbles that ball.
Will Henderson hasn't fumbled all year. And he is so upset with himself. Look at him. He is really upset. This guy's a leader, and he can't believe that he just got stripped. So Sunnyvale with an opportunity.
Well, it's their only opportunity. If you would have told Coach Stanton that before the game with 2:23 and one timeout, we are 57 yards away from tying up the ball game, he would have said, oh my gosh, I'll take it all day long.
He
and
would
twice
take
on
that
Sunday.
deal in a heartbeat for sure. All right, handoff, up the middle, 0. And I'm not sure of the strategy here.
Yeah, the clock runs. They got one timeout, and they just lost a yard. So they just basically burned at least 20 seconds, even if they snap it quickly, and they lost a down. So to your point, Jeff, I'm not sure what the
strategy is here. Here's the snap, dropping back. You just got to go for it, and they're airing this one out. Look at him pushing off, and he catches it. That's got to be a flag. They're not calling offensive interference. That is the clearest case of offensive interference you can imagine.
He pushes off right in broad
gave
daylight.
him a stiff arm. Look at this on the replay here. A great catch, but after the push off, and the ref standing right there, and they're going for the end zone. They overthrow the end zone.
That's just, that is the most horrible no call that I've seen. And
and especially where it counts.
Yeah.
You're in a playoff game. You're in this particular situation here, and you can't miss that. I mean, that is a clear. I mean, he stiff-armed him, pushed him back off of it.
He actually increased his momentum to go catch the pass because he pushed off of him to go get the pass.
Yeah, that is a bad blown
Sunnyvale,
call.
2nd and goal with 1:40 left. Here's the ball game, folks.
Rolling to his right, going for the end zone, and it's a touchdown. And they are going to tie this football game with 1:36 and probably come out and do an onside kick again.
Well, watch for a 2-point play here with 1:36 left to play to see if they can't go win it here. That's exactly what they're talking about.
No, there's no way. They'd be crazy to not go for the tie. They'll run him out of Sunnyvale if he didn't get the 2-point conversion. It could have went to overtime.
Now they're taking a timeout here, Jeff. They're going to take a timeout and think about it. As he thinks, hey, this is my shot here to knock Gilmer off and go for a 2-point score. But Jeff, if they don't get the 2-point play here, now you got to go onside kick it. but you still, with 3 timeouts, you left the Buckeyes with 1 minute and 36 seconds left to play.
I can't imagine a scenario where they go for 2 here.
I think they're going to go for it.
I cannot believe they would go for 2 right here. I mean, they're like, let's go for the win. They've got a lot of momentum in the game. I'd say you push your luck and you try to get into overtime. I can't believe the missed call.
It was terrible. I mean, that is just that
biggest play of the game, and a blown call right in front of you that could result, in the Buckeyes, if they convert this, it could be the end of the season.
Well, unfortunately, they let the Buckeyes with 1 minute and 36 seconds left and 3 timeouts. That's not where you want to leave the Buckeye offense by any means.
Well, unless they come out with an successful onside kick. You know how the ball bounces on an onside kick.
Well, again,
they're lining up to kick. It'd be great if he just shanked one right here, but this guy's pretty sure-footed, so he is right through the uprights, and we have a tie ball game. And what an exciting game we have! If you're a football fan, you have got a lot for your money's worth tonight. But 1 minute 36, Sunnyvale now has to kick off to the Buckeyes.
3 timeouts left.
We have 3 timeouts, but you're probably looking at an onside kick here.
Yeah, and well, I think they may even kick it deep right here and try
to hold them and go to overtime.
I think they would have gone for 2 otherwise. And if they were going to try to win it, if they're going to try to extend the game, the athletic advantage and everything else stays on the side of the Buckeyes. I mean, it's just that simple. But at the end of the day here, you left the Buckeyes too much time, Jeff. You just did. I mean, we've played flat. There's a lot of reasons here why, there's no reason why Sunnyvale should be in this game. But the fact is they are. They're believing. They got all the momentum. But you got number 7 back there and number 1 back there and a whole lot of guys that can literally in 10 seconds turn this football game right around. And when you're in this situation, you want the talent on your side, and the Buckeyes have the talent on their side. They also have 3 timeouts on their side in 1 minute and 36. Don't be surprised here to see the Buckeyes have a big return, go straight down the field, and end this one in a much closer game than it probably should have been.
Well, they're going to kick it to the center of the field. We called a fair catch on the 28. That's Jeremiah Noble. And so the Buckeyes, this is the season right here.
Yeah, it's a tie ball game. I mean, there's lots that can happen, but the Buckeyes need to execute, and offensively we haven't really executed all night. But this is turn-up time. This is where the game is on the line. A lot of characters going to get tested here for these young and talented Buckeyes.
All right, they're going empty set, so they are sending everybody out unless they bring Will back to the backfield. Low snap, quarterback keeper up the middle. Caden Tennyson has to dodge the ref. That's going to be a first down. You can't fumble. You got to hang on to the football. That's the worst thing that could happen.
Yeah, notice that it's 3-0 turnover-wise now, which in playoff games we say at the top of every game, you got to win the turnover battle. The Buckeyes are a long way from winning the turnover battle here.
All right, here's an opportunity. They bat it down. Great defensive play. They bat that one down, and this is an opportunity for Caden to show his leadership right here. When it counts.
That's exactly.
You go back to that Gladewater game where we had 1 minute 9 seconds against Gladewater in that playoff game that we ended up winning the state championship that year, and that's what we're faced with. We got 1 minute 12 here.
I would feel a lot better if they were the caliber that Gladewater team was, because we've got to play down to that tonight, and against that Gladewater team, that was the state championship game.
All right, they shift Will to the right side, send him into motion, drop back, throw to the left side. And we'll look at this. Number 7 fumbles the ball. We pick it up and fight forward for the first down. That's the big tackle. We picked it up. That's big number. Is that number 50?
Yeah.
Who was that?
55.
Big number 55. That was Sean Wallace. Thank God he picked up the ball. We said we can't fumble, and we did.
Yeah,
and Sean picks it up and advances the ball and gets us a first down. Keeps the drive alive with 59 seconds left on the clock. Here's the snap. Drops back, looking to pass. Airing one out. Down the field it goes. Almost picked off. Great defense there by
The
cornerback.
Referee falls down over there. I don't know how you can watch a play when he can't run. And he falls down and leaves us at 2nd and 10. That loosens him up for sure with going at it with Eric Tate. But, Jeff, you got to keep the momentum and not get behind the chains here on 2nd down. You got 3 timeouts. You're okay to lose it. Remember, all we got to do is get 3 first downs and we're in field goal range.
Yeah, we got 52 seconds in which to do it. And obviously, they're going to probably keep this in the air because that stops the clock. Draw. Number 1, Will Henderson. Forwards gets the first down. Down inside the 40 to the 39. Of course, that keeps the clock rolling. We have 3 timeouts remaining.
Plenty of time, Jeff, with 3 timeouts.
They're going to get quick set here again. Snaps the ball. Quick pass out to Eric Tate, who runs out of bounds after getting 6 yards.
High football IQ coming from Sundays there.
He's telling them, he's like, hey, out routes and get out of bounds, boys. Stop the clock. 32 seconds left. It feels like they're trying to get into that field goal range.
Yeah, we're about 10 yards away from field goal range with all 3 timeouts left. Jeff,
I'd rather have 20.
One of those timeouts will get the field goal team onto the field. So really you've got 3 plays here. If you pick up another first down and get in field goal range, then your extra plays are going to be shots into the end zone.
All right, here comes the snap. Handoff up the middle. Henderson following his blockers, dives forward, gets the first. They're going to mark him short of the first down.
And we'll call a timeout. Coach Metzel will get a good job managing those timeouts. Hope that you get a first down and stop the clock there, but now you're at the 30-yard line, so we are on the edge of field goal range for Pate. 3rd down and 1, 27 seconds left, 2 timeouts. Jeff, it's really 1 timeout.
I don't really want it to come down to a field goal.
Pate's
got a great leg, but I tell you what, I don't think my blood pressure can handle a field goal tonight.
Very well might. This is one of those games where, look, you just execute.
This is a young man's game, this commentating stuff. I can't do this anymore. My health is just not good. I just can't take it.
So let's look at the situation, Jeff. 27 seconds left, 2 timeouts. Really, it's 1 timeout. Why? Because the 1 timeout at a 38-38 tie is going to guarantee you can stop the clock and get the field goal team in all calmness onto the field. So you got 1 timeout, you got 27 seconds left. That's essentially 3 plays. That means you got to pick up the first down and stop and pick up the first down, and then you got to stop the clock. So I doubt they go to the air here. This is probably on the ground. Run the football, pick up the first down, stop the clock on moving the chains, and then take a shot into the end zone and try to get down into really sure field goal range.
This is where you find out what you're made of right here. Up the middle, number 14, Smith, lowers his head, gets the first down, stops the clock.
Now we'll spike it. It'll stop the clock to move the chains. We will go straight to the line of scrimmage and snap the ball and spike it. That will stop the clock with 19 seconds. The clock keeps running for 2 seconds.
17 seconds left on the clock.
That was 19 seconds before they stopped the ball. Now they're going to adjust the clock.
Yeah, you're glad they watch for that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, that's heads-up football on the refs.
Yeah, now the operator's going to put 18 back on it, so he gave 1 up. 2nd down and 10, 18 seconds, 2 timeouts. You can absolutely run the ball with Smith here if you want to, but you probably take that short throw to the outside.
You got to hold on to the football.
Watch this out route to number 3 right here.
You got to hold the football. It's a quarterback keeper, left side, and he runs out of bounds. Good job there.
Nice.
Scrambling by Caden Tennyson. 11 seconds left on the clock.
2 timeouts.
And you've got room for 1 more play and then a kick.
Playbook is wide open here that you would want to get this down close. And
you nearly just want to go ahead and kick so you don't risk a fumble.
Well, we would like to be a little bit closer because that would be a 33-yard field goal that we don't necessarily want to take.
Pate's got the leg for it.
Got the leg for it, absolutely.
But you don't want him to have to. You want him to have a chip shot, right?
That's right. And look, watch number 13 down here at the bottom. Don't put it past Coach Metzel, a little slant route here on the backside.
All right.
There it is.
They're throwing a little out route,
and
falls
Caden
incomplete.
Missed the throw. Now it's 4th down. Now you got to kick it, Jeff.
All right. So this is it right here. 7 seconds left on. This doesn't get any better for football.
Well,
7 seconds. It's 38-38. Second round of the playoffs. 7 seconds left. Buckeyes have the ball on the 17-yard line, and they're coming in. This is Will Gross going to be holding the ball, and 32 Pate is going to be kicking for the win right here.
They have no timeouts. They cannot stop the clock. Once again, for the second time this season, Pate in for the winning kick. Here's the hold. Kick is up.
It's headed there.
It's good.
And it's good, and Pate wins another one.
3 seconds left on the clock. Pate puts the Buckeyes up 41-38. I told you we got to walk off with 40 points here, Jeff, is what it's going to take. Now all we need to do right here, Jeff, is to squib kick this down the middle, force somebody to pick it up, and have one stop on one play. And the Buckeyes are going to skate out of this one.
Let me tell you something. You got to hand it to Sunnyvale, buddy.
Oh, my gosh.
What a performance tonight against a very good Buckeye football team. This was a well-coached game on both sides of the ball tonight.
And Jeff,
what you saw tonight was good football coaching on both sides of the ball.
And, well, I'll give even a bigger compliment. I think the coaching staff here at Sunnyvale got everything and then some out of their team.
Talk about getting blood out of a turnip,
Absolutely.
buddy. They milked every bit of talent they had tonight.
And a perfect scheme on both sides of the ball. I would leave one thing to question. Think about if number one would have taken every snap at quarterback.
Yeah, that's
where
right.
we would be.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not to say that the Buckeyes wouldn't have responded in a certain way, but I think as Sunnyvale goes back and watches this film, no matter how it ends, and the Buckeyes got to have a squib kick, got to tackle on defense, and we got to get through one more play here before this one's over. But Sunnyvale probably is going to second guess that and say, what if Peterson would have taken every snap?
Yeah, that's exactly right. And I'm not sure, why they didn't.
Well, I understand it's a senior quarterback, number 16. He has a great skill set throwing the football. I don't think they expected Gilmer to come out and play a tight man-to-man. Last week, on film, we played a loose man-to-man, and you could see him dinking and dunking right down the field and why they were going to go that direction. Coach Edwards and the defensive staff decided to go tight man-to-man, and that exposes you to the quarterback run. And in this case, they've switched out quarterbacks literally every single series all the time, all year long. They've played Peterson at quarterback, and then they played the senior at quarterback. So you got to think when you're 8-2 coming into the playoff game, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It just may have cost them.
Well, I'll tell you what, I don't feel good with 3 seconds on the clock the way this game has gone tonight. I mean, I'm ready to get out of here and head toward.
I got to go to work tomorrow.
I'm ready to go to Gilmer and get out of this game. This has been nerve-wracking. And I'll tell you, the biggest play of the game was in my opinion, what was a miss.
Was a non-call.
Yeah. That was
Otherwise,
missed.
it shouldn't have been close.
Offensive pass interference. It looked blatant to me. All right, here we go. It's a squib kick down the middle. They pick it up and down the football. 0 seconds left on the clock.
Game over.
That is it. The Buckeyes will advance to round 3 of the playoffs in what was a absolutely fantastic. What are they calling them back? 1 second on the play clock.
Let me tell you. They've given them every chance
1 second on the play clock.
Every chance.
So they're going to come out and throw a Hail Mary. And we are going to put 4 of the fastest humans on 4A football about 30 yards deep off the line of scrimmage to knock this thing down. They're going to come out and throw a Hail Mary here. And I hear my son-in-law next door. He's 6 inches through glass and say, "Put Will on the field. Yes. Get Will back on the field." And so Will's coming in on the defensive side of the ball, and we'll be playing them deep here.
Yeah, Coach Metzel smartly used his last time out, and we are going to understand that they're going to throw it up to number 11. That is where it's going. The ball's going to number 11. I would make sure that you've got probably number 3 to Eric Tate, your best defender, hands down, on number 11, almost man-to-man. Because they're going to go with the surefire way. But I got to tell you something too, Jeff. Before the knee hit the ground, there was triple zeros. I mean, it was 3 seconds from the time that he starts running is elapsed, and it's 0, and still the referee comes back and says put 1 second on the clock to give us a little more drama. But more importantly, you just keep opening the door, keep opening the door, keep opening the door. At some point, can we please close and lock the door and we can get back to Gilmer?
Yeah, I'm ready to get out of this game. I'm ready to head north. This has been an exciting football game. I tell you what, it's why you love the game, right? But I would have also taken a blowout tonight and gone home very happy as well. So the Buckeyes, hopefully after this play, you see they've got everybody back deep. They're going to throw a little short pass across the middle. They're going to try to do some lateraling, and that's it. Ball game's over, and the Buckeyes will come out of this game victorious. Second round of the playoffs behind us. Third round yet to come. More than likely, we think it's going to be Van Vandals.
Yep.
They're going to play tomorrow night against – who do they play tomorrow? Do you remember?
They are playing –
doesn't matter. We think we're going to see them. And so, folks, we thank you for tuning in tonight. Congratulations to Alan Metzel and this entire coaching staff and the Buckeyes and all the cheerleaders in the band and the drill team and the majorettes and all these students that work so hard. And, hey, let's hats off tonight to a classy outfit on the Sunnyvale side of the ball.
Absolutely. And let's make one announcement that is so absolutely monumental. For the 17th season in a row, since 2006, the Gilmer Buckeyes are going to be practicing Thanksgiving week. That is something to behold as the Buckeyes are going to get down to the final 8, 17 straight years. If you don't think that that's consistency in a program that is at the top of the upper echelon of football programs in the state of Texas, which is the best in the nation, think again, because that is something to behold.
Folks, you support a football team that is truly
world-class,
what's referred to as a dynasty in the state of Texas.
Absolutely.
It's a dynasty when you think about Friday Night Lights and those kind of things. Gilmer, Carthage, some of those names like that are known, nationwide, not just statewide. Everywhere I go in the state, people know who Gilmer are. Yeah. But sometimes nationally, people are like, "Oh yeah, Gilmer Buckeyes."
I tell the story all the time. I had a G hat on that said Buckeyes on the back in Abu Dhabi, in United Arab Emirates.
And somebody knew who it was.
And I got off the plane, and a guy told me in Texas drawl, he was from Wiley, Texas. He said, "I can't get away from these Buckeyes. They are everywhere." I proudly introduced myself and said, yeah, he recognized our broadcast, and he told me, quote, the last minute of the game in 2007 against Wiley, where we beat them. Remember the big block from Justin Johnson that scored Lamar Harris on that screen pass. Great call from Coach Traylor, Coach Matt Turner. We wish those guys the best of luck at UTSA tomorrow. But for the 17th straight year, the Buckeyes are playing in the Elite 8 in 4A Division II and practicing at Thanksgiving, and all is well and right with the world. As we're going to sign off, 41-38, your Buckeyes escaped. Didn't play their best game, but they lived to fight another day, and we will see you next week, probably against Van. Watch for the websites and all the announcements on where that game will be and what time. We expect it next Friday night. For myself, Todd Robinson, for the voice of the Buckeyes, Mr. Jeff Rash, Buckeyes win. Good night.